Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? How's
Yeah.
everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. So, today I'm going to be talking about these cases like the one with the twins that were in the car.
Yo, what's your name?
They were left in the car.
Oh, it just popped up.
Hold
You
on,
just
hold
got
on.
Yeah, I invited you.
I have to relocate. Give me a
All right,
moment.
cool.
I'm going to put another timer on until I reset up. It's not going to take but a few minutes. Hello, hello. Okay, sorry about that. Um, my son's in there working and it's a little loud. So sorry about that interruption. But yeah, I wanted to talk about a few cases that's going on. Naomi and I, Naomi China D, sorry, we were on there yesterday talking about it. So basically, sorry, I'm out of breath as well. But we basically were going over the situation with the twins, um, identical twins, and they were left in the car. So I don't know if it was, I'm not going to say it was done on purpose, but when you have a kid, and depending on how many kids they have, I'm assuming it might be their new kid. They're only children. I'm not sure. I would have to look, dig a little deeper into the case. But I don't understand, how do you forget your kids? They're supposed to be at a daycare. How are you, how do you forget your kids in a car? You go to work and then you go to pick them up at a daycare that you never dropped them off at. I'm just kind of wondering about that. I don't get how you forget your kids. I mean, it's strange to me, very strange. But, I'm not going to fault the parents until we know the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But it just seems to be an ongoing thing with this. You have these kids that are being left in cars, parents going in, nail salons, shopping, and leaving their kids in the car. Things happen in hot cars. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand. How do you leave your kids in a car to go do some personal stuff? That's not more important than your child's life. Why would you leave your child in there? That doesn't make sense to me. But I'm not talking about the case from the twins, the identical twins. I'm talking about other cases that I've seen and heard on the news. They talk about it, where the parents, it could be the father, it could be the mother, it could be both, who knows? But literally, some of them that are single, I don't know if they're, at the time, they didn't say if this person was single or not. She went to a nail salon or a hair, it was either a nail or a hair salon, and she left her child in the car. I don't understand that. Somebody needs to explain that to me. Why would you do that to your kid? If you didn't want to be bothered with your kid or you had to go do something, there's nobody around that could have cared for your child, like the grandparents, the dad, sisters, uncles, aunts, anything. Nobody's able to take care of your kids while you're out shopping. I'm just saying, it's really strange to me. But anyway, so that's one thing I don't get, and I would never get. I would never get that. That's just something I don't understand at all. Okay, so I'm going to read the article to you guys. I'm not going to show it on here because I don't want to get a copyright, and I don't want to lose this account. I don't want to use this channel. I've already lost one, and I don't want to lose another one. I don't know if it's permanent or not because they emailed me and said it was a suspension. First, it was a termination, and then I appealed it, and they said it was a suspension. So I don't know. All right, so let me pull this up so I can read it to you guys. Okay. Okay, so basically, what it says is twin boys found dead inside car at South Carolina daycare. Okay. Twin boys were found dead inside car in parking lot of South Carolina daycare center Wednesday. That's this past Wednesday. Authorities said someone called 911 after finding the babies at the Sunshine House Early Learning Academy on U.S. Highway 21 in Columbia suburb of Blythewood, investigators said. Richland County Coroner Nadia Rutherford, excuse me if I'm not saying the names correctly, said the identical twin boys may have been left in the car for over 9 hours and a half. 9.5 hours. I don't understand. How do you leave your children before EMS was called? It's unclear if the deaths were accidental or criminal act. So basically, they do have to investigate this. Hi, News. How are you? Thank you for coming in, sweetie. So, let's see here. Let me see if they had another article about it. And here it goes again. Identical twin infant boys likely died of heat stroke after being left in a vehicle for more than 9 hours. Wednesday, according to Richland County Coroner Office. The coroner Nadia Rutherford announced the probable cause of infant's death Thursday at news conference, confirmation of the cause of death is pending. Other examinations, she said. Rutherford identified the children as 20-month-olds Braden and Bryson McDaniel. So basically, they're still looking into it. So let's see what it says here. That one's a different one. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up the same one because for some reason it just kind of bounced around. Okay, so it says here, 25-year-old father. Okay. Hold on. I don't understand why it's doing that. They're saying 25-year-old father nicknamed Turtle. Okay. Oh, you know what? I know what's going on. That's actually a different case. I don't know why they put that right under where the twins. Okay, so the twins seem to be well taken care of by their family, Rutherford said, who personally attended the autopsies. If this is an unfortunate accident, we pray that the family one day finds peace. The father was 25 years old. Okay. I don't know. Hold on. I'm trying to see. It popped up in the ad, but I don't think I'm not the ad, but the news thing. It loaded up on there, but it's talking about a crash. So that's actually that's not from it. So the twins seem to be well taken care of by their family, Rutherford said, who personally attended the autopsy. If this is an unfortunate accident, we pray that the family one day finds peace. We have two very distraught parents, she said. The infants were found by one of their parents, according to Rutherford. She didn't say which parent. The infants were likely placed in the SUV at 7:30 a.m. Rutherford said they were in the rear-facing car seats. The parent likely forgot to drop the children off at daycare in the morning and went to work, according to Rutherford's description of timeline. The parents went to Sunshine House Early Learning Academy at 10336 Wilson Boulevard in Blythewood at about 5:30 p.m. Rutherford said it was then that the children were found to have been in the vehicle all day. The children were enrolled in daycare. According to Rutherford, I'm sorry, it's Rutherford. With the evidence investigators have now, staff at the daycare was not involved. The coroner office is working with the Richland County Sheriff's Department and the South Carolina Department of Social Services to investigate the pin down a more exact timeline. Rutherford said the coroner new child fatality team is part of the investigation. On Wednesday, the Richland County Sheriff's Department said it responded to a report of 2 unresponsive infants at the daycare. Paramedics pronounced the infants dead on the scene. Deputies are investigating the deaths. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. If this was indeed criminal act, we pray for justice, Rutherford said. Examines and x-rays on the children showed no sign of abuse. According to Rutherford, testing is being done to confirm or rule out children dying from poison or drugs. Thank you for coming in. The autopsy found an unspecified abnormality in children's lungs that needs further testing, Rutherford said. Until confirmation of the heat stroke, also called hyperthermia, the children's death are listed as pending further studies. With the temperature on September 1st, inside the vehicle could have easily been as high as 120 degrees, according to the organization Kids and Car Safety. That's hot. That's very, very hot. The high temperature recorded Wednesday at Columbia Metropolitan Airport was 83 degrees, and that was at 5:56 p.m., according to the Weather Underground. Hot car deaths continue to take place because nobody believes this could happen to them. Jeanette Fennell, president of Kids and Car Safety, said the unfortunate reality is that this has happened to even the most loving, responsible, and attentive parents. Kids and Car Safety said that these strategies can help prevent parents from leaving children in cars. Place your child's diaper bag or item in front passenger seat as visual cue that the child is with you. Make it a habit of opening the back door every time you park to ensure no one is left behind. To enforce this habit, place an item that you can't start your day without in back seat, employee badge, laptop, phone, handbag, etc. Ask your child care provider to call you right away if your child hasn't arrived as scheduled. Clearly announce and confirm who is getting each child out of the vehicle. Miscommunication can lead to thinking someone else removed the child. This year in South Carolina, at least 3 children have died from being left in cars, mainly from heat stroke, according to Kids and Car Safety. In 2018, South Carolina also led the nation in kids dying from being left in vehicles. The state reported on average 39 children a year die from being left in cars in the United States. This is crazy information. Oh my gosh. According to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, symptoms of heat stroke include an extremely high body temperature above 103 Fahrenheit, red hot dry skin, no sweating, rapid, strong pulse, throbbing headache, dizziness, nausea, confusion, unconsciousness. The CDC say that if a person has heat stroke, they should be cooled off as quickly as possible with shade or cold water. And you know what? I had this. When I was in Arizona a few years ago, I did have the heat stroke. I did end up in the hospital. I had all these symptoms. It's crazy that they said this because I never even really realized how you can get heat stroke by just getting out of your car. But it was in Arizona and it was very hot. I went into a very high temperature. They had to bring my temperature down. They didn't have anything. I didn't have anything else in the car except for like cold lemonade, bottles of cold lemonade, teas. They literally just took it and just dumped it all over me. They rushed me to the hospital and iced my body because I probably wouldn't have made it if they didn't care for me as quick as they did. So heat stroke is not a joke. It's horrible. And it messes with my memory now because I have a lot of problems with my memory. So just want to put that in there. It's really not a thing people really want to end up in. So make sure that you get your children out of the car and make sure, like they said, just put something in the front seat, something in the back seat that you know that you need to have for that day, or have their diaper in the front. And even if it's not a baby, I mean, this could happen to a child that's in a car seat that doesn't know how to get out of a car seat to unlock themselves. Like these type of things do happen. I'm not faulting the parents because we don't know the whole story, but I do want to know the whole story before I do say, oh yeah, it's something that they should be punished for it. But they do need to be held accountable for what happened to their babies. Okay, let's see what they have on this one. South Carolina twins found dead in hot car after 9 hours outside daycare. That's what they're putting it as. Okay, identical twin infant boys were found Tuesday in a car parked outside daycare center near Columbia, South Carolina. Police came and the boys, Bryson and Braden McDaniel, were pronounced dead that evening. The coroner said the cause of the death is probably heat stroke. Hello, thank you for coming in. Let's see where I was at. Heat stroke. Nadia Rutherford, the Richland County coroner, said the boys seemed to be well taken care of by the family. And these are different news medias that's saying these things. So different medias are saying basically the same thing. Hey, lady, how are you? Thank you for coming in, sweetie. Would you like to hop on the panel? I can drop the link. Hold on, let me drop the link just in case you want to. There we go. Paste. There you go. Please hop in if you'd like. Anyway, so yeah, I don't understand. I'm not going to sit here and try to blame the parents, but they definitely need to be more careful with their children. And then this is another thing. This is another news media. The kids were found by one of their parents. One of the parents is who found these babies. By authorities, the authorities didn't say which parent. They were enrolled in a Sunshine House Early Learning Academy for daycare, and the parent who dropped them off appears to have forgotten to take them out of the car and just went to work instead. Hey, News, how are you, sweetie? Okay. Yeah, I was just kind of like trying to make it my own. I really didn't want to. Oh, there she is. Hold on. Hey, sweetie, how are you? Thank you for hopping on. News, you there? Hello. Are you? I'm not. I didn't mute you. I don't know. News? Can you hear me? Like I don't even see your circle moving or anything. So I am going to play. It's a 24-hour video. I'm sorry, 24-minute video about the parent, about what I guess the what they call that, the conference. Okay, so they had a conference about this, and it took 24 minutes. So I'm gonna let you guys hear that. Okay, since I am able to let you hear the audio, I'm trying not to do too many videos because I've already been,
Can you hear me?
did so forth. Yes, I can hear you. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
There you are. Okay. Okay. So I think I could have heard you, but I forgot to put my headsets on. I'm so used to not having these things on my head. Okay. So I can show. Yeah, you were probably like talking away, and I was like, I can't hear you. But I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But you're saying I can't show let them hear the audio. It's the showing that is a problem, correct?
No, so you can show video clips and stuff too. I don't know what you see how I do mine. So if that was the case, I would be banned too. Like
I don't know what happened. I really don't. I don't.
I don't know. I don't know either because I was wondering why you wasn't dropping no content. You don't have to only go.
Yeah, I'm on top of it. I literally hit almost 200 content, and then they just took it away.
Yeah, if it says terminated, it's gone. It's not.
Yeah, and then when I appealed it, and it said suspended, but it didn't give me a time or any time frame or anything. So I don't know.
Yeah, usually if how your daughter-in-law, if she said that it said this was terminated, that means it's gone.
Yeah, that's what I figured too. But at the same time, lady says, awesome. I want to see, so yeah, I can get the familiar with the story. Okay, she wants to see it. So can I show it? It's okay to show it. It's like 24.
Show it. That's not.
It's 24 minutes. So do you think that might be too long to get on here with that?
No, if your audience want to watch for 24 minutes, but
are you guys okay with watching it for 24 minutes? I mean, we can go in and out so that way we can talk about it if you'd like. I want to know if it's the dad or the mom. I really want to know because they said that she mistakenly said who actually did it.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, lady. I'm starting new. And you know what? I kind of feel like, even with News helping and Naomi helping and Miss V helping, whoever's helping me get get my subscribers back, I'm fine with the ones that actually were loyal and actually came in and left comments and talked to me on my live, and I want them back. But the ones that are like just sitting there as subscribers, it really didn't make any sense, because if you think about it, they might be somebody who stayed on there to find out where I was at on my count, and then as soon as I get 1,000, they're gonna all just drop off. Then it's gonna be back to trying again. So I'd rather get them more authentically through News, because I know some of the people News knows. I know some of the people Naomi knows. I know some of the people Miss V knows. So I'm hoping to get those back, and then I can work from there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be like, oh, I want y'all subscribers and they don't even know what my content is about. You know what I'm saying, Miss News?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I want. I want it to be authentic because I want them to stay with me. I don't want them to be bouncing around in and out.
Yeah, that's the same way I had got my subscribers, because I didn't really nobody really helped me. I got mine from scratch basically too. So Yeah, and I had to get authentic ones who was gonna rock with me regardless. I mean, of course I got some from my boy, but
Yeah.
other than that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, mine. That's how I got mine too,
Yeah.
because that's what you want. I didn't want to be like just talking about certain situations like the boys or this, that, and the other just to get subscribers, because once you stop talking about the boys or you stop talking about Summer Wells or you stop talking about whatever, then all those subscribers are going to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
So, gosh, I want to know what exactly happened with with these children. It really bothers me.
Yeah, so you can play it. I'll just go on mute and watch it because my stomach is cramping anyways.
Oh, poor baby. You gonna be okay? I'm looking for
Yeah.
the conference. I don't even see the conference. Hold on. Conference. When was the conference done? Because I don't even see it on here. Was it on YouTube maybe?
Is that where you seen it?
I have not seen it. That's what I'm saying. I heard about it, but I have not seen it yet.
Oh, I thought you said you already had a video that was like 24 minutes or something.
No, that was through Naomi. Lady says, I see you. Just stay strong, love. And I'm here for you. And I also subscribe today as well. So keep pushing
Thank you,
until something
lady.
happens. Thank you. Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. Do you want to hop on here? Because, we could chill for a minute and talk about what's going on with these cases.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can hop on. You can
yeah,
hop
definitely.
on, lady.
Hop on. Get up here. Okay. Let me see. I don't know how Naomi found it. I'm literally 24-minute video. Let me see what it says. So what do you think about that? Like, as far as like, do you feel like this should have happened? I mean, not should have happened, but do you think that there's a way to keep this from happening? Because it's happening a lot and it's happening everywhere.
So you said that. So is this the one where the dad was? Because I didn't really hear everything. But is this the one where the dad went in to go drink some alcohol?
This one's about the twins that the parents, the mother or the father who brought the child to daycare, forgot the child in the car.
Oh,
their
that one.
SUV. Yeah.
Oh, wait. So he brought the child. They brought the children to day. Wait, one of them brought her. Who brought them?
They're saying.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on. That's a different one. No, I was saying, okay, so basically they were supposedly have been either mom or dad. They didn't say who because they don't want to put it on whoever it was, because they don't want everybody to kind of like start thinking, oh, it's a guy again kind of thing. But they suppose one of them took the child to daycare, and it says the browser's blocked your mic and your camera. How do I correct this? Okay. So basically when you grab the link, do you have an iPhone or do you have an Android? Lady. So basically, yeah, so I don't understand. How do you leave? Like, I don't get that. How do you leave your twins in a car and go to work with them when you're supposed to have been dropped them off? Hey, Shay, how are you, sweetie? Thank you for coming in.
Oh,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying?
So the parent went straight to work instead of remembering to drop the kids off at daycare, and went into work and left the kids in the car.
Right. So my thing is, if they never went to that daycare, if they went straight to work, who put the kids in a car for you? Just saying.
So you know what? I seen another case like this where the mom, I think it was the mom, and she thought she had two kids. She took one in the daycare. The other one was still in the car seat. She thought she put both of them in daycare. She drove to work. She went to work, and the baby was in the car. She came out, I think, for lunch or something, and she found the baby in the car, and she called the ambulance and shit. Basically, the baby was dead, and she didn't realize that, and there was no charges brought against her. With this case too, I think the person, I don't know. I really don't think this person did it intentionally, because sometimes you'll have so much shit on your mind, like this really could have been an accident. I don't feel like if it was truly an accident, you should be prosecuted for it. Like, because so much shit is going on these days for people to, like, I've been driving and just fucking miss my exit because I'm thinking so hard about some shit. Like, you never know what somebody is going through. So for me, I don't know the situation. I need to look into this story or whatever, but right now I don't have an opinion on if or not I think they should be prosecuted or not, because there's just so much stuff going on. People be having so much shit on their mind. It truly could have been an honest to God accident.
I get what you're saying. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
So you do have an Android? Okay. So on an Android, you know how to do the Android, right? News? Isn't there a different way to do an Android than it is?
But I've never had a message where it said you're blocked. Your mic and your camera is blocked, though.
Trying to think how we could do this. Okay, so Android. Hold on 1 second. Let me see some. I'm gonna try to help her get in here. Okay. So as soon as you hold on, I grabbed the wrong one. I grabbed the Safari because I'm iPhone automatic. Okay, so if you're using Chrome, basically, most likely that's what you're using, and then you have to copy the link. Do you guys have to copy link, or does it take you automatic? Oh, she's in. Never mind. She's in. Hey, sweetie. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do this?
Hey,
lady, what the hell did you do?
I had to use a different phone. I don't know what, girl. You know, I don't know. I don't know how to work this stuff.
Great. Yeah, you did good. You did good. I was like, let me find a way to get her up here.
I know. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just use my other phone.
Right.
So that way I can just connect. So yeah, I'm not familiar with this story, so I'm willing to watch it for 24 minutes. I mean,
okay, so actually this one's only 16 for the conference, and they're going to be talking to the parents. So let me go ahead and start the video so we can go over this.
Do you have any videos from when it first happened, like from when the child went missing?
When they reported it?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull that one up as well. Okay. And I'll show that one, and then I'll go to the conference. You are correct.
Yeah, that way we can kind of understand. Yeah, perfect.
Especially if you haven't heard about it, right?
I'm like, there's so much stuff going on. I'm like, oh no, I haven't even heard about this one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And for me, I've been busy out in these streets, so I haven't really been. You see, I haven't posted on my page, so I haven't been paying attention.
That's good though. Ooh, it's so hot out here. Is it hot out there, Jay?
Probably so. I'm in the house, but probably I think it is. Yeah.
I'm waiting on Amazon to deliver my packages. News, you heard about this case? You know anything about this? I know.
Well, I think this is the same thing Naomi and Yunu was talking about last night, but I couldn't really pay attention to it because my internet and stuff was fucking up. The StreamYard was messing up. So yeah, but besides them two, no, I haven't heard of it or checked on it because I've been out, taking care of my business, and so I haven't
Yeah.
really been paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's sad. It's so sad. I almost started crying yesterday, but I held it back. I felt so bad.
No,
Because-
don't hold it back. Let it out.
I know, but that just means that these children literally, when they died, they died like in agony, because it wasn't a slow death. I mean, it was a slow death.
it's
It wasn't
not like-
automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I gotta see. I gotta see what happened, or what they say happened, allegedly.
Right. Allegedly.
Yeah, because there's no way I can forget my kids is in a car. No way.
Thank you.
I mean-
Exactly.
I don't care if I'm drunk. There's no way. Not saying that I ever got drunk with the kids, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
You know what though?
I
But
don't
like I
know.
said,
It's a lot of
I
stories.
can't. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of shit going on these days, so I can't say you can't never say you would ever. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean that's
True.
you can never say you won't ever, because if you have kids in a car seat and they're sleeping quietly, you got a lot of shit on your mind. You got a lot of shit going on in your life. You might have thought, and you might have not normally even been the one to take them to daycare.
Mhm.
So
Right.
you could have been thinking or whatever on your way to work, not realizing that, oh shit, I'm the one taking the kids to daycare today.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you just got all your shit, got out the car, went to work, and then in the middle of the day, you fucking remember, oh my God, I have my kids in the car. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
It's a
True.
lot of factors. So that's why I can't form an
Yeah,
opinion and be
can't
like, I
just
would never
judge
did
right
that,
away.
that. That's why I'm not gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah.
Yeah, that's why I want to see what happened.
All right. Here we go.
And tonight in Richland County, as 2 babies were found dead inside a car late today. That discovery was made around 5:30 this afternoon outside a local daycare. News 19's Alicia Nieves joins us now with the details. Alicia?
Close to 5:30 this evening, Richland County deputies were called to this daycare, the Sunshine House Early Learning Academy in Blythewood. This is in the 10,000 block of Wilson Boulevard. The Richland County Coroner's Office says 2 twin infant boys were found dead inside a car on this property. Throughout the evening, members of several agencies, including the Richland County Sheriff's Office, the Columbia Fire Department, and the Coroner's Office, took over this parking lot. At this moment, we're still waiting to learn exactly how these babies died.
My kids used to go here.
We witnessed community members arrive to pray for everyone involved.
Really started praying for the family and praying for God to give them peace, and just for the teachers, that those children were maybe in their classes, because a lot of people are hurting right now.
And I instantly just drove over here for prayer and that uplift the families, the community.
No parent plans to bury their children. You know, we plan for our children to bury us. So it's just a really tough thing.
I have a baby myself. I just can't imagine to go through something like this. Just the thought of it is just heartbreaking.
Richland deputies tell us it's unclear if there's any involvement by the staff at Sunshine House. The Richland County Coroner's Office tells us they're planning a press conference for tomorrow to help us learn more details about this case. We'll, of course, keep you updated. In Blythewood tonight, Alicia Nieves, News 19, WLTX.
Okay, I have something to say. That news clip is the worst news clip I ever seen, because we don't even know who the hell drove the kids there. Why are they at the daycare? Now this is different, because
What does the daycare have to do with the kids in a car?
you're literally at the daycare. So why are they still in the car? That's different. Like, I thought the person drove to work and forgot the kids in the car, forgot to drop them off at the daycare. You know what I'm saying? Didn't realize that they forgot to drop them off. But they're at the daycare in the car? That's weird.
Why else would you be at the daycare if it wasn't for the kids?
Yeah, so
You know,
that's
that
weird
would've
to
been
me.
like-
Why would you get out the car at the daycare, but you leave the kids in the car. Now that changes my whole scenario because that's
Mm-hmm.
a little weird to me. So that news clip really didn't. Who fucking drove them? Whose car was that? That news clip didn't tell you none of that.
They won't say it because she said she doesn't want to blame either or the man, the husband or the wife before they, or the mother and the father, the mother and the father, before they could actually get all the information they need. Because they're saying that there's they found some kind of discrepancy in the way their lungs were. So they're actually
What?
looking into this. Yeah, that's what I was reading.
Wow.
So okay. So it sounds like there's way more to this
More
story.
to it, the story.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's listen to the conference before.
Yeah. Here's the. Yep.
Okay, now my whole look is changing. My whole outlook is changing on the situation.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys so much for attending. My name is Jeffrey Lampkin. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Richland County Coroner's Office. Madam Coroner Nada Rutherford will be speaking this morning, giving updates on the investigation into the twins' death, deceased that took place. Joining us on platform today, we have Deputy Coroner Nikki, Chief Deputy Ovita, Deputy Chief Harry, and Deputy Chief Anjo. At this time, Madam Coroner Nada Rutherford.
Thank you, Jeffrey, and thank you for everyone that's here today. I'd like to make a correction because our folks work very difficult jobs, and I would like them to have the recognition that they deserve. We have two chief deputies, Ann and Harry, our deputy chief, Ovita Wilson, and our field training officer and head of our child fatality team, Nikki Acera. I am grateful for all of their hard work. Richland County EMS was dispatched at 1740 on September 1st to 10336 Wilson Boulevard to the Sunshine House Early Learning Academy located in Blythewood. On arrival at 1754, paramedics quickly assessed for signs of life and finding none, pronounced both children, who are identical twin boys, dead at 1755. The Richland County Coroner's Office confirmed that Bryson, spelled B-R-Y-S-O-N, and Braden, spelled B-R-A-Y-D-E-N, McDaniel of Blythewood, South Carolina, age 20 months old, were in fact deceased. The Richland County Coroner's Office has reinstated the child fatality team led by Deputy Coroner and Field Training Officer Nikki Acera, who were deployed immediately yesterday, along with the others you see standing before you. Our office is working in collaboration with law enforcement, namely the Richland County Sheriff's Department and the Department of Social Services, to gather all pertinent information that may assist in pinning down a more exact timeline of the events that led to Bryson and Braden's demise. At this point in the investigation, we believe that Bryson and Braden may have been in the car for 9.5 hours before 911 was called. I personally attended their autopsies this morning. Bryson and Braden do not show any physical signs of trauma or abuse. Comprehensive x-rays do not reveal any healing fractures or acute fractures. Their internal organs were developing normally, and the only abnormalities were found in the lungs. An examination of their stomach contents is consistent with no oral intake for the time frame that we believe they were in the vehicle. Further assessment under microscope, histology, and toxicology will reveal any things that were not visible during this part of the exam. In addition, blood, vitreous humor, which comes from the eye, and urine will be sent to SLED and NMS laboratories for further examination. Examination of the body fluids will confirm or rule out any chemicals, toxins, illicit drugs, or over-the-counter medications that may have contributed to their death. The cause of death at this time will be listed as pending further studies, but it is probable that their deaths were due to hyperthermia. We will not know for certain until all of the investigation is complete. We will not announce manner of death until we have gathered all of the information. I would like to say at this time, with the evidence that we have, we do not believe the Sunshine Academy staff was involved or is complicit in any way in the deaths of Bryson and Braden McDaniel. In terms of any criminal charges, law enforcement, namely the Richland County Sheriff's Department, will have to speak to that. On behalf of the Richland County Coroner's Office, I will say this: in God we trust, and everyone else we vet. Child deaths are difficult for everyone, but we must seek answers to the questions that we have before us. We must rule out any foul play, and the tests that I listed above will be able to help us do that along with the autopsy. At this time, Bryson and Braden seem to be well taken care of by their family. If this is an unfortunate accident, we pray that the family will one day find peace. If this was indeed a criminal act, we pray and we will help seek justice. I'll take your questions at this time.
Do you know whose car they were found in, who the owner is or whoever the driver was?
The family's car.
Well, how do they come to that location? Is there a sibling that goes to, or some family member employed there? How do they arrive at that location, or what's the relationship with the Sunshine?
Thank you for your question. The children were enrolled there as students.
Did you guys locate the parents of these babies?
Yes, we have spoken with the family. They have spoken with law enforcement. And again, any criminal charges that would be potentially filed would come from the Sheriff's Department, not from the Coroner's Office. So I would kindly ask that you refer your questions to them for that. But thank you for your question.
How many types of cases like this a year do you see?
In terms of children being
Left in the car.
left in a vehicle, this is our first one this year. So I don't think this is something that, we will see often, but it does happen. There are cases across the country where, you just get into a routine and somehow children are left in a vehicle, or maybe you weren't the parent that was dropping kids off and that's not a part of your routine and you forget. So we can't speak to how or why the children were left in the vehicle for so long. And again, that's why I state if this is an unfortunate accident, we pray the family can find peace. But if it was a criminal act, we will help seek justice for these babies.
Do you have any suggestions to parents so they don't accidentally forget their kids in the backseat?
I do, and I'm really glad that you asked that question. So thank you for that. It is difficult being a parent, especially in the midst of a pandemic. You have so many other external stressors that are not a part of your normal routine. So we ask families, we ask mothers and caregivers to be diligent about checking your vehicle for your child. Just check, open the back door, check the car seat. A lot of, especially children this age, like Bryson and Braden, they're rear facing. So you may not notice that they're in the vehicle when you get out. So we just ask that parents be diligent, check the back seat, check to make sure that if you send a bag in with your child, is the bag still in the car? Is the child still in the car? So that's what we're asking families for right now, to just be diligent about it. Put a reminder in your phone. Did I drop the kids off? Very easy thing to do. All of us have cell phones. All of us have smartphones. It's a very easy way to make sure that something like this doesn't happen to your family.
Do you know if these car seats were rear facing?
They were rear-facing car seats.
Are you able to share how these babies were found, or if in fact like a car window was broken in order to get them, or any of those details?
I will say this. There was a broken car window, but the children were already deceased at that point that the window was broken out.
You know which window that was?
I will let law enforcement speak to the state of the vehicle on that.
Did you say it was the back window there?
Yes.
Do you happen to know why the sheriff's office isn't here with you right now?
They are conducting an investigation, and we are responsible for Bryson and Braden in a different way than the Sheriff's Department. We work in collaboration with them. And so I know that if our Sheriff's Department isn't standing here with us, it's because they're actively working to find out what happened to Bryson and Braden on the law side.
I apologize if you answered this already, but again, who exactly found those children?
The children were discovered by one of their parents.
Do you know if it was the father?
I will let law enforcement address that because right now no criminal charges have been filed, and I do not want to criminalize a father or a mother that may have accidentally left their child in a vehicle. So I will, out of respect for the parents who may just be terribly grieving right now, I will not say which one.
Is the parent who found them the owner of the car or the driver of the car?
The parent was driving the vehicle that belongs to the family.
Do the children have any other siblings?
They do.
And to your knowledge, when they were in the car, were they supposed to be in fact inside the daycare at that time? Or?
Yes, sir.
And do we know of any reports made out from that daycare that they were absent or not present or any type of communication with them?
We do not have any reports from the daycare facility that they were missing that day. There was nothing filed, I'll say.
You said you believe that they may have been inside for over 9 hours. Do you have any idea of when the vehicle may have gotten to the daycare?
The vehicle and where the children were found, they arrived around 5:30 yesterday evening.
Just a small detail. We could say vehicle, we keep saying car though, like an SUV, just to be specific in the writing of this.
Oh, absolutely. Could you?
It's an SUV type vehicle.
It's a smaller.
Small SUV.
Yes.
You know what to make a model is.
Out of privacy for the family, I'd like to not reveal that information.
I apologize. To clarify my question, I meant what time in the morning did they happen to get to the daycare? Like, was the car there all day?
No, and I see what you're saying. No, the car was not parked in the parking lot all day. I think that would have been certainly something that the staff would have noticed. The vehicle came to the facility to that address around 5:30 p.m. and then EMS was dispatched at 17:40, which is 5:40 p.m.
So the person went to go pick up the children, correct?
Yes.
Do you know where the vehicle was? I understand it was at a workplace. Do you know what that workplace was?
Again, out of respect for the family, I will not reveal that information. But it is believed that the children were possibly in the vehicle all day.
And
obviously with the time frame.
And can you talk about the damage to the lungs that tell you this is their cause of death?
So this is why we do, why we have a cause of death as pending further studies, because we need to look at those things underneath a microscope. We need to send them off for further testing. And so it would be actually very unprofessional of me to say this is exactly what causes, because there's so many factors that go into determining what that abnormality was caused from. So just professionally speaking, I would like to wait until we have more information.
So just to clarify the timeline, so the children were in the car, which was driven by one of the parents at another place, a workplace, for the duration of the day, and then at 5:30 came to Sunshine House, and that's when EMS was called in. Okay.
Yes. We believe the children were possibly placed in the vehicle around 7:30 or 8 a.m.
And this is a difficult question to ask, but it was when a child has possibly passed away for several hours, is there any way that the parent would have been able to smell that?
You're asking if there's any odor associated with the death. There are odors associated with death. It depends on what type of death, obviously. In this instance, I will wait until we have more information before I speak to those very small details like that, because if this does end up being a criminal case, then we will certainly share that information.
From conversations with the family, did the parent forget the children were in the back seat, or is that still under investigation?
It is under investigation, but I'll tell you this. We have two very distraught parents. Two very distraught parents. Are there any other questions?
And just for you, I mean, this is very difficult, I'm sure, for you to stand in on that autopsy. How did it affect you?
I think in situations like this, for me, I try not to assign personal value in that. I try not to imagine myself in the situation. I want to know what happened to Bryson and Braden McDaniel. I want to know how I'm standing in an autopsy room looking at 20-month-old babies have an autopsy done. So for me, I want to know what happened. And that is how I'm able to do this job every single day. It's how my chiefs and my deputy chief and my field training officer are able to do this job every single day, because we want to know what happened. And so we ask questions and we try to find those answers so that we can give families closure.
Since the certainly that they had been in the car for a long amount of time, but with as warm as it is outside right now, just how long does it take for, especially infants who are left in a car without air conditioning, that before that situation becomes dangerous?
So that depends on a number of factors. It depends on the hydration level. Did they have something to drink or eat? We know that they possibly did not, because their stomach contents, there were no stomach contents. So it depends on a variety of factors. So that there's no like simple answer to that question. But if you think about a small dog who's left inside of a vehicle, it only takes a matter of hours. So this was not this didn't happen suddenly. And I think that's the part that's most upsetting, is that that these children may have suffered some. And that's the part that breaks your heart. It's not the autopsy. It's not, having to process the scene. It's that they may have suffered some in this process. So we just want to find answers and try to find out what happened. But in terms of the timeline, there are just way too many factors to consider. But I will say that in the heat, things happen faster. Are there any other questions? I want to thank you guys for being here today. I want to thank my amazing team who have probably had about 2 hours of sleep and are standing here with me. We're all a little tired today, but we will not sleep until we find answers to these questions. So thank you guys. We appreciate you.
Oh my God. She hit it right on the point with that suffering thing. Those children didn't have anything in their stomachs. That means they were starving, and then they died of heat exhaustion. Oh my God.
They suffered.
Yeah.
Now it changed the game. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
So it changed the game when she said that they were brought there at 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
So that means whoever drove to work, forgot to take them kids to daycare, came out, realized they was dead, and took them to the daycare and left the car acting like, instead of calling the police from work or wherever. That's where they messed up at. So now I do feel like whoever drove them should be prosecuted, because you took the time to drive them back to the daycare and leave them there.
Yeah. So at that point, the kids didn't matter to you. Yeah. The kids wasn't important.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Instead of
did you hear what
Go
ahead. Go ahead.
Instead of you calling from wherever you were at and being like, oh my God, I forgot to take my kids to care, and I came out from work and I had them in the car all day, you could have just did it right then and there. That would make somebody look at you differently. But the fact that you drove them back that you actually drove them to the daycare and still left them there in the car, you literally got out the car and got a ride from somebody else, because how the fuck did you even leave?
And then the thing is she did sound like she said the dad, you know that, because she goes the father and the mother, and she changed. She stopped. She had a pause and then said, "Oh, and the mother."
This is hard to swallow.
So I don't know if it's the father, but that's what it sounded like to me with that pause that she had. That's sad. No matter who did it, regardless, it's still horrible.
Because clearly from the autopsy and stuff that she said, clearly it was an accident. Clearly they did die from the heat stroke. But now the fact the way you did it, you turned it into a criminal act.
Right, but they do see abnormally in their lungs, though. Something is abnormal in their lungs.
Well, that's
So
because
she's
of them suffocating. That's not because of trauma. She already said that. She said there was
right,
no
not
there was
trauma.
no healing.
Right. Yeah, but she said no trauma, but she also said there's abnormality that they have to look into. So they still have to, see what it
Yeah, but
was.
that sounds like the heat stroke. That sounds like suffocating from the.
Yeah.
It don't sound like they like suffocated them or something like that.
Or they
It don't
did
sound
something.
like that.
Yeah,
It sounds like it was from them dying in the car.
that's sad.
But I'm saying for me, it's not even the part of them dying in the car that the parents need to be face charges for. It's the fact that they drove them to the daycare after they already found them dead. This is why I'm saying now that something
Right.
should be done.
And
Because
even if they
once
didn't,
they
see them,
did drive them, there's no way because they said they had been dead for 9 hours. So the
there's a
fact that
smell.
I thought they were sitting in front of the daycare all day. The fact that they were somewhere else and got drove there at 5:30, that turned into a criminal act.
And the smell had to have hit them when they got in that car, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, I mean, oh wow. So you're telling me they didn't have no rearview mirror? Because your rearview mirror, you know what I'm saying? You can see what's in your back seat.
No, they could see the car seats, but the car seats were facing the back. So you can't see the babies. They got like 20-month-olds, which to me, a 20-month-old is almost 2 years old. Almost 2 years old. So they're not
that's almost 2 years old. That baby is walking and probably talking and oh wow.
And that's why I don't understand that they didn't recognize that their children were in the back seat, because I know they were making noise. Are you telling me your kids don't make a peep at 20-month-old?
Wow.
Sometime in the morning when it's early, they could have been asleep on a little car ride or something. That's why I said I gave them the benefit of the doubt at first.
Yeah.
When whoever was driving to work or whatever, he could have forgot them in the car. Just like she said just exactly what I had said before we even watched it. It might have not been his normal routine to drop them off. And he might have just had a lot on his mind, went to work, then realized, oh shit, the kids are in the car. You know what I'm saying? He came out, they were dead. But the fact that he drove them to daycare now, got out the car and left them at daycare, that changed the whole perspective for me. Because now, even though it was an accident, you should have right then and there when you was at work or wherever you was at, called the ambulance. That would have been different. But the fact that you drove them to daycare, got out the car, left them there for some more hours till somebody found them to call. Now it turns into some type of child abuse. It's not an accident anymore.
I agree. It's a lot to take in with two little ones. But you know what? Like you said, he could have looked in the rearview mirror. Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. He couldn't see them because they're facing the rear, right? They're facing the rear. But there had to have been a smell. Rigor mortis sets in a certain amount of time, and it's 9 hours. It definitely set.
Well, this is my thing. It don't take all that out the equation. Like, who cares if he's seen them or not earlier? This is what I'm saying. The fact that after they were already dead, he had to have seen them once he realized. Because who drove them to the daycare? She said they brought them at 5:30 p.m. to daycare. So who drove them to the daycare?
They're making it like that person dropped them off and then they came to pick them up. That doesn't make sense if that's the case.
Yeah, because at that point, when that person drove them to the daycare, they were already dead. So at that point, you knew they were dead. So now you turned it into a criminal act.
Yeah, after the fact.
Yeah.
Wow. Where did Lady go?
I don't know. Her phone might have hung up.
My goodness. I don't know about this. This is crazy.
Hey, Shay.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. Like yesterday, I mean, today, with you talking about it and everything, it just kind of like, it doesn't make it less, but it wasn't as bad. Like yesterday, I almost like, I was just like sitting there going, oh my God, hold back, do not start. Because I'm not in a box. I'm not in my avatar. I was actually, you know how Naomi says we're going to get punished if we don't get out of our avatar. So I was not in my avatar. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, OMG, what the heck is going on? And then, the thing is okay, so I'm not saying that this is what happened, but with all these parents that are doing things to their kids, I mean, it's not, it's not a hard thing to bite on that, would say, is it possible that they do this on purpose? I'm not saying they did, but it's just so much out there with this. It's crazy with these parents that are just taking their kids out like they're, like the other lady said, trash. It's crazy. Because remember that lady in the van at the beach? She had her kids in a van with her, and she drove into the beach, into the water, trying to kill her children. Like, what the heck is really going on in this world? Like, you shouldn't have kids if you don't want to care for them. News. Shay said, news, I agree. Possibly he went into a state of shock and disbelief. Yeah. I'm not saying they did it on purpose or anything. It's just so much stuff out there. It's crazy nowadays. News, are you still in here, babe? You're muted. There you go. I don't know how to put this.
Yeah, I had responded to Shay when she first came in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's just, I don't know what to say. Regardless of who it was, father or mother.
For me, like I said, at first it could have been a
accident,
a truthful accident. Like I said, people have a lot of stuff on their mind. It could have not been their regular routine to be dropping the kids off, and they forgot that the kids were in the car. You didn't, got out the car, went into work and all that, then remembered. But once you see that the kids are dead and you don't take the action to call the ambulance right then and there, and you drive them to the daycare and act like you actually took them to the daycare and left, like that turned into a different situation. So now it does turn into some type of
responsibility.
Yeah. Now you do need to be in trouble for some type of child abuse or something, because I understand you didn't know what to do. You probably didn't know what to do. You got nervous and you drove them to daycare, but at this point they were already dead.
Yeah.
So
who's the new? I'm wondering how the news is getting this information, but they're not giving us all the information. It's almost like the details are not there. So like you're telling us that they thought they dropped off the kids and they went to work, left the children in the car for over 9 hours, and then drove them to daycare. What is in between? Like, we need to know are you telling us they went to the daycare, forgot to drop the kids off, and then went to work? Or did they go to work thinking that there's no kid, that they didn't have kids in the car? So basically, maybe the other parent put the kids in the car, and the one that took them ended up taking them to work, not realizing that the parent put them in the back seat. I'm wondering about that.
That's what I think happened at first. I think that the person clearly just drove to work and got out, went into work and was working and either got a phone call or something that reminded them that you were supposed to take the kids to daycare.
Mm-hmm.
And then the person probably checked like, oh shit, the kids are in the car. Went out there and the kids were already dead, because at that point they probably had already been in there for hours and hours in that hot ass car and died from the heat stroke. Now the person panicked, didn't know what to do, drove them to the daycare
Mm-hmm.
and had somebody pick them up and left them at the daycare. So now they want to pretend, oh, I took them to daycare, but it's still not going to add up, because even though you drove in the parking lot of the daycare, you still left them in the car.
Right.
So,
do you remember the Malia Davis story where the guy they're saying that he didn't do anything, but he was messing with the corpse? What is that called when they charge him with that? Something with the corpse?
So yeah, negligence of a corpse. Shay just said negligence of a corpse. That's what they should be charged with, negligence of corpse. Because once they died and you didn't call, because see, if you honestly didn't realize they were in the car, went to work,
Mm-hmm.
then you realize some hours later that they were in the car, and you come out and they're dead. If you would have called the ambulance right then and there, it would have truly not been your fault. I mean,
right,
like we said, and that would have been an accident and you could have been able to be out of jail. But now the fact that you got in the car and drove them to the daycare, that made it a criminal act, because you already knew they were dead at this point. And now you're basically trying to have some type of alibi. So you drove them to the daycare, had somebody pick you up, and y'all just left them there till somebody from the daycare discovered them out in the car and called the ambulance. So now you need to be charged. And like Shay said, with negligence to a corpse. What she say? Let me see. She said
negligence of a corpse.
Negligence of a corpse. Yes.
Wow.
So.
Wow. I need more information. I need to know exactly what happened, because like you said, we can't pinpoint like what, because they're not giving us enough information. Not even the part that if it's the dad or the mom, just the fact that there's not enough information. That's just like a math problem without all the equations and everything that needs to be to give you that, to solve that math problem. You're not going to be able to solve it. So it's the same thing with this case. There's a lot of things that are not being said or let us know about. I guess they're going to wait till they figure out exactly what they're going to come out with the autopsy, but I need more information. It's not enough. It's not enough information to say if it was an accident or intentional. I just feel horrible for those kids, because they didn't just die. They suffered a lot. First, they were probably hungry, because she said there's no food in their stomachs. So they were hungry, really hungry. And then you go with the heat, and then they end up having a heat stroke, and then they die. It's too much. It's sad. 2 little bitty ones. They're literally 4 months before they turn 2 years old. 4 more months, they'll be 2 years old. That's sad. That is sad. And then that case with the little ones, the five kids, they had a funeral for them, and they did like over 2 hours videotaping of the funeral. The ones with the fire that were left by the mom at the house or the apartment, and there was a house fire or apartment fire. Apartment fire. That's another one. Like, how do you leave your kids? I mean, I don't understand. I'm still trying to figure out, was there people in there besides the little ones? Because they still haven't came up with an update for us. And I know it's probably going to be a minute because they just had the funeral and they're trying to like get all the information before they say anything, but they need to come out with something for that as well. That's another thing we have no details on. These stories are coming out with half-baked. Like there's not enough information for anybody to come up, you know, with a scenario, or I'm sorry, to resolve the case, or to figure out what's going on in the case and to make a remark on the case. Because all we could do is do scenarios, just like with the situation with Summer. Like we still don't know what that one. That's been what? How many months now? I mean, it's been like almost it's going to be 3 months on the 15th. That's crazy. And that's not even that far from now. What day are we in right now? The 15th, the 5th, right? 10 more days. It'll be 3 months. 10 more days. It'll be 3 months. Summer's missing and we still have no answers. Dad goes to jail for SA of his sisters and stepsisters or whoever he did what he did. They got 6 people that said something about it. He went to jail for that. But what about Summer? What's going on with Summer? I haven't heard anything new about Summer. What's going on? I don't know. These cases is just, it's crazy. They're daily. They got so many cases every day. It's crazy. And welcome whoever is in here, whoever is in the bushes. Hello, hello. If you'd like to say hi, you can just say hi, and that's fine. That's enough. That just lets them know who's in here so we can say hi to you, call you, you know, shout your name out. Yeah, it is mind-boggling. Summer's case is definitely mind-boggling, Shay, for sure. I'm going to get back into the case. I'm going to see if there's any more information because, like, as far as right now, I haven't heard anything new about Summer. Everybody's saying things like that the pictures were edited and they were layered with things, and I don't know. I need to get more into that. When I have some time, probably sometime today, I'm going to get into some information on that and see exactly what it is. But it's just so much out there. It's crazy. But like when I lost my channel, like I just not worried about that until I can get some videos out. And that way, when I do put that out there, it'll be something that I won't get marked, you know, copyrighted or whatever else they say. I did put a video out today about a little girl, and I love this so much, but I didn't want to put just that video out. I heard about the prank call that Candace did to her sister-in-law. Her sister-in-law, Mary? Oh, wow. I haven't heard it. If you have the link, send email it to me. It's youknew@gmail.com. And you know what? I never did put the whatchamacallit out. Look who's back, lady.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello. I was like, where did she go? But there's my email right there. If you would like to email me any information on any of the cases, if you'd like me to go over any, I would be happy to look into them. But yeah, so the Summer case that's, like you said, mind-boggling. It's crazy with these cases with these kids in the car being left. Did you guys hear about the one where the lady left her kid in the car? Either it was a beauty salon or a nail salon. She left her child in the car while she goes and gets her nails or her hair done. It's been a while. It's been a few years back. And I was like, so your hair is more important than your child. You don't deserve to have a kid. I'm sorry. You don't deserve to have a kid. You go, if that's more important to you, then go get your hair and your nails done and don't have children because you don't deserve to have a child. But what I'm happy about is that child did make it because somebody found the baby, found the child. And they called the cops. She got mad because they called the cops on her. I wasn't in there but a few minutes. Lies. You're lying.
Right. What hairstyle take only a few minutes?
Exactly. Hairstyle or nails. Nails are like what, an hour and a half? It's been a minute since I've had my nails done. I do my own nails and it takes time because I have to do my own. It takes a lot longer, but in a salon, what, about an hour and a half, right? About an hour and a half. Yeah. So doing my nails takes me about 3 hours to get them straight. So
Same here.
it's crazy. How do you have kids and not care for them like you're supposed to? I don't get it.
Because there's a lot of people who don't deserve to have kids who was
exactly. Exactly.
But hey, that's not our place to judge,
Right. So. That's on them. But I wish these kids weren't suffering because of them, because of their negligence.
Yeah, that's the sad part, because the kids are the ones that are suffering.
Right.
It's not the adults, we can
exactly.
handle but the kids don't have a voice.
I know.
And the first thing people do is say, oh, they're a kid. But a lot of times the kids be telling the truth because they don't know how to lie.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Unless you taught them how to lie from the womb.
Right. Be like, you better know how to lie.
How else would a kid know to lie?
Hold on, though. Some of these damn kids know how to lie. We ain't gonna put paint where it ain't. Some of these.
Okay, okay. So I'm asking, where are they getting the lying from?
No, hold on. For me, because I'm from experience. This is from my own experiences. I just like when people say, "Oh, if they lie and do this and that, the parent taught them this." No, sometimes you get a kid that you gave birth to.
You get a kid.
You just here you go. Here's the kid.
Sometimes you got that one kid that God gave you. No matter what you teach that kid, they gonna lie, they gonna cheat, they gonna do whatever the hell they want to do. Like they just gonna. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it doesn't have to be the parents. It could be somebody they're hanging out with that they're lying constantly. And
it could be the TV.
Yeah.
It could be what they watch on TV, the influence, the things that they see in their everyday life.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know.
Did you guys see the video that I did about the little girl? I actually left my face like I was talking, and I took my voice out and put her voice in as the voice for me as I'm talking, even though it doesn't match. But it's a little girl who went in on her dad about how her mom doesn't deserve to be treated the way she's being treated. And he's over there with her, and I don't like her. I don't like her kids. And I mean, she went in, okay? She went in on her daddy, and he over there with his cars. He's not there for me. You don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. Don't worry. Leave him alone. Let him go. I was like, whoa, I'm doing this one. And I ended up putting it with my video of me talking, but my voice is gone with a little bit of light music and the little girl talking through the whole thing. I was like, oh, I hope I don't get a copyright for that one. Would I get a copyright for that news?
No, most likely not.
Because it's just her voice. It's a little girl's voice. And I cut a little piece out just so that way it doesn't go all the way to the end, because she goes, I'm out of here, and she leaves out the car. But I didn't put that part in. I left that out. But it's
and you said you have that uploaded on your channel?
I actually screen recorded it, and then I uploaded it on my channel, but with my face talking, like me talking, and the little girl's voice. So basically I did a voiceover, but without my voice, with my lips don't even match what she's saying. Some of the words did, but not all of them. Oh, so I look like I'm doing Chinese, Kung Fu kind of thing. So it's like talking, and then it's doing a whole different song, that kind of thing.
Right.
But I had to do the video because it's so many kids out there that probably holding back from what they want to say. But this girl went in on her daddy. She didn't curse, but she went in on her daddy.
But you know what, too, though? A lot of times when kids talk like that, Um, parents are talking.
In front of them.
Call me. Hello, can you hear me?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
The parents are talking bad in front of them about the other parent. And see, that's another thing that I don't do. Like, I don't talk bad about the other parent in front of my kids. Like, no matter how much you might feel about any situation, like, they never ever would know how I actually feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so
I
that
feel it.
right there, for a little girl to have all that animosity, and she done heard her mama talking. She done heard her mama talking about he over there with that woman and her kids, and he ain't even taking care of his daughter. She done heard her mama saying a whole bunch.
Something, yeah. She recorded
Yeah.
the whole thing, and that little girl said, and her, I don't like her. She don't like me, and I don't like her either, and I don't like her ugly kids. And I was like, oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, but I had to do the video because it was just something that I heard. And I mean, she, like I said, she didn't curse or get very, disrespectful in any way. She just said what she felt about what's going on with her dad and the new girlfriend and kids. That's what she did.
So
she just gave herself a voice.
Shay said that Candace did a prank call with her sister Mary. I didn't hear that.
I know, I haven't either. I told her to send me a link because I want to hear it. There's so many videos about Summer. It's crazy right
I
now.
kind of stopped following. I kind of fell off on following the case. So
yeah, I got to get back to subscribing to everybody. I don't have any subscriptions except for y'all. I probably have like maybe 10 or about 10 or 15 at the most.
Wow.
And I had over 500 subscriptions. So I got to go all back and find who I used to subscribe to. I don't know. It's a lot. Yeah, and then Shay says kids do know how to deceive very well. Yeah, that's crazy. But yep, that's another thing. And then another, I'm still wondering. I mean, I don't know about you, lady. Have you heard about the little kids, the little 5 kids that passed in the house, in the apartment because the mom left them? I don't understand that. Why you didn't take your kids, or why did you not let somebody else go pick up that person? I don't get that part. I need more information on that.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. I feel like these people is killing these kids on purpose. I don't think it's no mental issues involved, because if that's the case, well, what?
No, go ahead. Finish, and then I'll talk after. Finish.
No, you go ahead, because I want to hear what you got to say, because I know you're going to say something good. Tell me.
No, because I want to tell you. I got to hear your whole opinion first before I respond.
No, I was going to say, I didn't feel like, that they had mental issues like all along, because then it would have, people would have been recognized this. But I don't know. Just go ahead, News. You tell me.
So I didn't say mental issues though. Like what I was explaining was, sometimes you have so much stuff going on in your life, so much on your mind. Like, I'm gonna give an example. Like when my brother died, like I was helping her plan his funeral and all that. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to go to work. I was then like a week after he died, my mother-in-law died. And then so when I was at work, like I was at work, but I wasn't at work. And clearly, like, I didn't even know what day it was. I was like literally like, not, I'm telling you. So it's not about it being a mental issue. It's just about there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in your life, and you got a whole bunch of stuff going on. You're thinking about a lot of stuff. And so you're not really thinking clearly. Your body and stuff is running, but you're not really thinking clearly. So that's what I'm saying. And sometimes if it's not your normal everyday routine to take someone to the daycare, and whoever took the kids that day, it might have not been their normal routine. And so that person might have been on autopilot and just going to work. You know what I'm saying? And then they had everything else, whatever they was talking about, on their mind. So they went to work, they went in there, they're doing their job. You know what I'm saying? And then probably halfway through the day, they realized, oh shit, the kids are in the car. I was supposed to take them to freaking daycare. Then they come out, but it's already too late. Now they done died from the heat stroke.
I have
You know
a
what I'm saying?
question.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they had a mental issue and they just drove. You know, that's not the situation here. So that's kind of like what I feel like happened. But once they came out and seen them kids in the car dead, they should have immediately called the ambulance, and it would have still been considered an accident. But the fact that they got in the car and then drove them when they were already dead, because at this point they were already dead. So you drove them to the daycare, and then you got out the car and went somewhere else with somebody. Now it turns into a criminal act. So that's how I'm seeing it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yep.
But go ahead, you guys respond.
I feel like we need more details. I don't have the whole story, and I can't say either or, but I feel like okay, so I'm just going to say not a scenario, the reality of it, because this is how my husband and I used to be with our kids. From our first child to our fifth child, my husband would call in and be like, how the kids doing? Something. He would just be like, are they being good, or do they need anything? Like throughout the day, he was asking. Okay, so to me, are you trying to tell me that these people never conversate throughout the day about the kids at all? I don't get that part. Are you telling me they never called the daycare to check on their kids either? Come on now, you're in daycare. It's so much stuff that goes negative in a daycare. I don't care how long my children's been at that daycare. I'm definitely going to be checking on my kids. How the baby doing? Do they have enough food? Do they need diapers? Is there, is what's going on? Are they sleeping? Something. You don't just drop your kids off somewhere and then just that's it. Hell to the no. I'm sorry. I feel like that shouldn't have been like that. I don't understand. I need more information.
I mean, you're supposed to, but girl, it happens. People do.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I mean, they just had the other case. This one was in Baton Rouge. They shut that place down as soon as it happened. Like, they didn't even give them a chance or nothing about it. They didn't give them a chance. They left that child in the doggone car of their van. They call it a van because that's what it looked like, a van, but it's a bus, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't look like a bus. It's a van. And they left that child in the van and went on and did whatever they did. And they found that child dead in the backseat, in the cart. So that right there tells you, you still need to check. You still need to check on your children regardless. But that daycare got shut down. And then there's another daycare. This is another thing, another scenario. Come on, parents, get ready. Listen to this. I promise you, I'm not making up any of this stuff. This little boy is the daycare's child. It's probably, I forgot if he was like 6, 7 years old. I don't know. He's a little bit older than the ones that are there. He's at the daycare and he bit the crap out of a baby. And you can see him hitting the baby. You can see him hitting the baby. Are you telling me that you couldn't control your own child from biting on a baby? That parent came to the daycare and was like, what's going on? What is all this on my baby's face? Bit the baby's face and was hitting it. And they have a video of the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna check my email. Yeah. So don't people, I mean, like, come on, parents, get on board with not trusting your children with anybody and everybody, regardless of how long you've had that daycare. You don't know who they're hiring when they need somebody to cover for whoever's not working that day. You don't know who's there to cover for that person. You know what I'm saying? So they might be bringing in somebody that you just hired them on. I mean, yeah, they might have a clean record or whatever, but you don't know if they have a bad stress level where they just lose their mind and do things to children. Who knows? So that's why I'm saying, y'all need to, I'm telling you, parents, you need to stay on top of your daycares regardless. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate that, sweetie. So she sent me the thing with the summer prank. Naomi, hey, sweetie, how are you?
Hey, China.
Is she there? Hello? So, yeah, so I'm not saying there's bad, all parents are bad or they're not forgetful or they're not doing, they're doing their best or whatever, but
It's not
they
even
really,
forgetful though.
yeah, it's just crazy. It's a lot going on with these daycares. They getting paid and they are so bad. I mean, I've seen this with my own two eyes. Go ahead.
This right here ain't the daycare's fault. So I'm
No. I'm saying, but still, they could have easily. I'm not saying that part is their fault. Definitely, they had nothing to do with this. Definitely did not have anything to do with this. But I'm saying, if you guys can call, like they should have been. I would have been calling regardless. I would have been calling the daycares. I'm just saying scenarios as far as like things that have happened in daycares that would make you go check. Yeah.
Usually they do call you and say, are you bringing such and such? I know my daycare used to do that. Are you bringing such and such today? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think this is why my scenario I gave, I feel like someone contacted the other person, whoever had the kids, and was like, did you take the kids to daycare? But this was probably hours later, the middle of the day when they called, realizing like the twins ain't here. Are they coming today? You know what I'm saying? And so then the mom or dad, whoever, contacted whoever and was like, did you take the kid? And that's when the person realized, oh shit, the kids are in the car. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. That's my own opinion. Yeah.
But I mean, as they're little. Okay, they're little. They're 20 months old. They haven't even made 2 years old just yet. Are you telling me that they never check on their kids throughout the, at least once or twice throughout that day? It doesn't make sense.
Well, I'm not even going to front. When I'm not even going to front. When my kids was in daycare and I was at work, I didn't call the daycare checking on my kids all damn day. I'm not even going to front with you. I didn't call my kids every hour like, how's my kids doing? I didn't do that. Y'all can call me a bad mom or whatever you want to call me.
No.
But I did not call today. I'm not one of those paranoid parents that have to be like calling, checking on my kids every hour. I don't do that. And I didn't do that when they was in daycare. So for me
not saying you're a bad mom.
I have a different outlook on that. For me personally, I have a different outlook on that. I don't feel like you have to call your kids every hour. I mean, these days, because of what you see on the internet and all that, people killing kids and all that, I wouldn't trust the daycare. But I was comfortable with the person that had a daycare with my children. All my children went to her. All my children went to her daycare. You know what I'm saying? And she was like a family. Even when she had to close her daycare down and switch it to her house, I followed her over there. Like I was with her forever.
I got you. No, I'm not blaming you, News.
Like a family member to me. Oh no, I'm not saying you're blaming me, but I'm just saying because you said, who wouldn't call and check on their kids. I'm just letting you know, I personally didn't. So there's probably a lot of parents who don't, because when you at work, especially in a nursing field, you're not going to have time to be calling, checking on your kids every hour.
No, not every hour. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying to check to make sure that your child has enough milk, or do they need diapers, or they need anything. I'm not saying check on them like, is my baby okay?
That's the thing. You bring all that when you drop them off at daycare. So if you didn't, I mean, they would be calling you like, why didn't you bring this and that? So
right. No, I'm saying as far as like, okay, so sometimes kids may get, I hate to be TMI, but get diarrhea, and you didn't bring them there with diarrhea, but they ended up getting, maybe one of the children were sick and they went around your kid and the kid had diarrhea. And then the daycare is like, hey, look, the baby had diarrhea. Can you bring some more diapers? Or do you have enough diapers? Just to check on that. I'm not saying if you put them in a daycare, you should have already checked on that daycare regardless, because you're going to go by word of mouth. You don't really just go, oh, I'm just going to put my kid here. You know what I'm saying? But you knew the person you were dealing with. But I'm just saying nowadays, I'm not talking about, I don't know how long this has been for you, but I never had my kids in daycare. I've never had daycare for any of my kids because I was able financially, I was able to stay home through all my babies from the time till they went to school. And even after they went to school, I became a substitute teacher at their school to make sure that my kids were okay, that nobody was messing with them, picking with them, or anything like that. That's what I did.
What?
I'm sorry?
Wait a minute. You became a substitute teacher at their school as well?
Yes, I did. I cared. I wanted to make sure my kids were okay. Yes.
And see, and not to judge you, but this is what I'm saying. Like, to me, that's a little obsessive. I'm not judging you. I'm
No,
just
I know what you're
saying,
saying.
like, I'm not gonna base my life around me not being able to live because I'm so paranoid that, and I'm not saying you're paranoid, because I'm so paranoid that I have to check my kids every damn move. I'm not gonna do that. That's just me. That's just my own opinion.
Well, I mean, I couldn't watch them the whole time. I was actually taking care of other kids, like the young from kindergarten on, and whatever grade they needed a substitute teacher for. But I was able to, like, if there's any issues at the school, I was right there at the school to deal with it. I didn't have to like be at home waiting for them to call me. I was right there, and they would have to bring a teacher to cover for me to go see what's going on, that kind of thing. I literally was there for my son to have his very first and last fight. He won it because that boy was picking on my other son. And my youngest son went over there and told him, leave my brother alone. The boy didn't want to listen. So my son clocked him right up his throat. And that boy was his best friend after that because he wasn't playing. So literally, I don't go with fighting and all that. I don't like fighting. I don't like to teach my kids to fight. But, sometimes you do have to, support your own family because of things like that. My other son was very passive. This one just took care of it, and then they ended up being friends. But what I'm saying is, I didn't like sit there. Oh yeah, my eyes are on them constantly. But I was able to work as a substitute teacher, and that helped me be able to watch my kids as well, especially with things that's going on. My son was also jumped in school, so I really kind of hesitated on him. I really wanted to homeschool him, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do that to him because then that's just going to make him not be around people and be around, socializing. So I went ahead and let him still go to school. But my son got jumped when he was in elementary, really bad, like really, really bad.
You were with your kids even through high school?
No. This is elementary. I didn't go through high school with them. No, they were old enough to take care of themselves then. No, I'm talking my elementary, not high school.
So how long did you stay with them?
Sixth grade school, as far as the substitute teaching, till sixth grade.
What did they think about it? Were they like, Mom?
No, my mom enjoyed me because I'm a cool mom. But at the same time, I made sure my kids were behaved. And I made sure that the teachers knew to let me know if anything's going on, because I nip things in the bud. I don't allow things to fester and make it worse than, make it all bad and make it worse, or make a molehill into a big old mountain. I don't allow that to happen. So I would tell the teachers, anything happens, I'm here. So just saying.
I thought I was bad, but my son, he's only going to kindergarten.
He's little. He's young. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, in daycare, the first 2 weeks, I was calling. He was okay because he's been with me all the way up until I started daycare.
Yeah.
But now that he's at school, I don't know. I just wouldn't be checking like that.
If you would have seen what happened to my kid, you probably would be the same way or similar to me. Not exactly like that.
Let me tell you something. My kid had a situation too where he had knots and everything on his face, and it was in elementary. It still didn't make me, but we live different lives. This is what I'm gonna put out there. It's good that we're all on here, all different women, all different lives, all different perspectives, because you're a stay-at-home mom, all that. I've always been a career working woman. So is different for me.
Yes.
So, you know, and I love my kids to death, but I'm not gonna, I'm just not one of those moms that are so like, you know, I don't know how to put it because I don't want to make somebody feel like
Say how you
I'm not
feel.
trying to make
Yeah,
nobody
say how
feel
you feel. You
bad.
got we're open to all opinions here. Go ahead. Say what you got to say, girl.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying, I'm just, we all live different lives and we all have different perspectives. So, but there's no way I would be like, now I've always stayed on my kids' ass, period. But I'm not gonna be the type to where I gotta like make my career in the school field because I'm trying to keep an eye on them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying you
It was
have to
a
have your
plus for
life.
me. It was actually a plus for me because I love taking care of kids. I love children like a lot. I love children. I love to take care of them. I like to make sure they're
And that's
okay.
probably what you wanted to do. So yeah.
Yes, I loved working with kids. Ever since I was young, I used to sit down, like literally, I was a little girl at home, had a little table with a chair and pretended I was talking to my students. Nobody was there. I ain't gonna lie. Nobody was there, but I did talk to my students. Nobody answered me and I didn't answer myself, but I did have, you know, I was like talking to my students. Okay, you go sit down. Or like even when we got a little bit older, I would have my brothers come pretend like they were my students. And then I'd give them homework. And if they didn't do their homework, they'd get a bad grade. You know, it was just, I always loved that. But it was a plus for me to enjoy doing that as well as being able to care for my kids. And if you would have seen my kid, he got kicked between his legs, like really badly. I'm talking, he could have been possibly not able to have kids. That's how bad two of the boys did that to him. And this was elementary, and he was young when they did this. He literally got out of second grade when they did this.
And let me tell you, if I was a stay-at-home mom, of course that would be a different story. You know what I'm saying? Because of course I ain't got nothing to do. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Of course I'm gonna have my ass up there seeing what's going on, checking on this, checking on that, watching everybody doing this and that. That's different. But like I said, I've always had to work. I've always had to work hard, and I've always damn near been a single mother. So, you know, it's a whole different lifestyle for me.
Yeah. I was one of the lucky ones where I had a choice to either work or not work. But I just enjoyed kids so much that I actually worked and took, you know, cared for them. Where did lady go now? Naomi, you there?
She said she'll be back.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even see the chat, girl. I just saw it populate. That's crazy. Okay. So yeah, never feel like you're gonna hurt my feelings, because if it hurts my feelings, then you must be right. You know what I'm saying? Like you are absolutely correct. That's the only way to hurt my feelings. If you say something that that would hurt my feelings. I'm not like that. I take opinions. I mean, I may take it a little like, oops, that hurt, just a little sting, but it's not going to hurt me like that. You know what I'm saying? So never feel like you can't say what you feel like saying, news or anybody else. I'm tough. Trust me, I'm tough. I'm tough when it comes to stuff like that. But you don't have to ever feel like you can't say anything, because we're all friends here. We're all family. So we can all say what we got to say. All opinions are welcome, no matter what.
Well, the only reason why I even spoke up in the first place was because it sounded like you was about to say, like, who doesn't check on their kids on daycare? So that's why I had to give a different perspective, because not all of us people check on our kids all day during the daycare.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I just spoke up about that, because like I said, when my kids were in daycare, I didn't call checking on their ass all day. You know,
but you know what? You had somebody you knew, like you knew them. You've been with them for a long time.
I didn't know her until I met her through the daycare. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know her personally at first. I just when I found her, you know what I'm saying, I felt comfortable with her.
Okay.
And I just grew to love her as almost like a family member, because like I said, I stayed with her the whole time with all my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she had her same staff the whole time. Like, we're even friends now. Like, their kids are grown up. Their kids have grown up. And, you know, I see all of us have our different little paths we have taken, and, you know, we're still in contact. So I just was lucky to find a person that connected well with me and my children, and I felt safe. And she was actually really good, and nothing ever happened to my kids, and all her staff she had was good, and we all grew to, you know and love each other. And everybody, you know, basically took care of the kids and raised the kids in a happy
Right.
environment. So I was
Right.
just lucky to find that type of environment.
Right. I got what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get what you're saying. And no,
But she wasn't like
trust
family
me.
friend or something.
If you've been with them, I mean, even if you, okay, so like when you first got to that daycare and said, this is the daycare I choose for my child, did you check at all about them? Like, did you talk to other people about that daycare, or did you just automatically say, okay, I feel like I could trust this daycare? Or did you
Well,
check
you know
on
what? When I first got there, of course, I'm not gonna lie. When I first got there, of course, you know, I checked in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I would like, you know, pop in without saying anything. And don't get me wrong, because it wasn't the perfect daycare. I mean, like my son had got hit by another kid there with a
Oh,
golf
wow.
club. With
Oh,
a golf
wow.
club. Yeah, and ended up getting stitches. You know what I'm
What?
saying? And that literally pissed me the hell off. But yeah. So what I'm saying is, but I didn't remove him from the daycare because I knew it was truly an accident. It did piss me off.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I did go off and have we all had talks and conversations, and you know, everything we
Mhm.
needed to have.
Right.
But
I feel you.
but
I feel you.
but I didn't take them away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They still continued at this daycare. You know, I still felt
Mhm.
like it was a safe place. I don't know why they had real damn golf clubs there, because it was
Do
the
they play
real golf
golf?
club.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
But she probably didn't think that another kid would hit another kid with it. You know, she probably
Oh
really wasn't thinking, you know.
gosh. That could have
But
been
that was
so
a
much
lesson learned
worse.
for everyone. That was a lesson learned for everyone.
Yeah,
So,
that could have been so much worse news. Oh my God. I'm so glad he's
yeah,
okay. Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah, because he had to have stitches on the
Whew.
inside and outside. That's how deep it was.
Whoa.
Yeah, right above his eye.
Mm. I would have
Yeah,
been like, who did this to my baby? Who did this?
yeah.
I would have been so pissed. I would have been
Oh,
so pissed. I'm
I
so
was,
pissed.
I was.
Oh my
You already
God.
know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, like,
So,
they had this little boy at a daycare, and the mom automatically blamed the nobody taking care of her kid. Her son fell down, and they had concrete outside. This is my friend's daycare. I was 19 years old at the time. This is before I met my husband. And the little boy fell down and scraped up his knees, tore up his little elbows. I mean, he fell hard. Okay. When I say he fell hard, he fell hard. The mom went in on the daycare provider. She was like, who let my boy fall down? Who pushed my kid? I mean, she lost it. When I tell you she lost it, she lost it. I was like, whoa, I'm glad I don't work here, because she would have went in on me with that. I was like, oh my God. That little boy fell down hard, but that's because he was running, and he has, you know, like when they're very young, they don't have their legs don't act right when they're doing that little running thing they do, that little toddling, whatever you call it. And he went boom, 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 boom. And I said, oh, but we picked them up, cleaned them up. But when she came there, she accused everybody, like literally, who pushed my baby? My baby could walk. Who pushed that baby? I was like, oh, I'm glad I don't work here. I was just hanging with my friend. It was crazy. I was like, I'm
and
glad
that's
I
the
don't work here.
difference too. Like at her daycare, if something happened, she contacted you immediately. So it wasn't no mystery or question. Like when you got off work, you get there and damn, your son has a big old knot on his head or a black eye or something. Like when anything happened, she contacted you immediately.
See, that's a good daycare. That's a good
Yeah,
daycare. That's
yeah.
actually a good daycare. Great. Yeah, that's a good daycare.
My son,
Because even when that happened to my son, go ahead.
the first, he's only been to one daycare because I had him the whole time until just right now too. But the first daycare I took him to, he was only there like a week, and he came home and his whole lip was busted open. I'm like, wait, what happened? And she said that one of the kids pushed him off like one of those little playhouses. But she didn't even call me and tell me that. So when I went and got him from his nana's house, I'm like, what happened to him? So the next day I went, I'm like, nah, you got to tell me when stuff like this happened. Because right after that, then I don't remember what else happened. Something else happened to him right after that. And I was just like, nah. And then the last straw, like I told you guys, was when he was telling me that the new lady that was there was giving him and another kid some stuff so that they would go to sleep. I'm not saying it completely because he's right here, but that's when I was like, nah. I just had to take him out.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no.
I was like, nah, because I'm going to end up doing something crazy to this lady because this is too much. She only been here for 2 weeks at that point. I was like, nah, see.
Wow. Now, there's no way in hell she should have been giving him something to make him go to sleep.
Nope.
Right. He said, well, he didn't say it like that. That's what I figured out it was after the fact because he kept saying he was playing with his Peppa Pig toys. And he was like, you can't tell anybody. You can't tell anybody. So at that point, I'm like, what? I'll lower my TV down. He's doing his little characters. And I was like, wait, what are you saying? So I tell him to come here. And he's like, you know, I'm asking him, what were you telling Peppa? He's like, oh, it's a secret. Like he was acting like he couldn't tell me. So I kept asking him. Finally, he was like, Miss, I don't know her name because he really couldn't say her name to me, but I knew it was the new lady. When me and I don't want to say the little girl's name, but he said when him and the little girl would be acting up and running around, Miss whatever would give him some, I don't want to say it, but the stuff you take when you have a cough, the green stuff.
NyQuil.
I just said I didn't want to say it because he was in here. But yeah,
that. Oh, I'm sorry.
That. And so I'm like, wait, what? And I knew it had to be that because we didn't give him that. The stuff we get from the doctor. So I was like, yeah. So I had him telling me and stuff like that. And I knew it had to be true because every time I went to the daycare, they had that little girl strapped up in like this, like a cow chair. And I'm like, why? Wow. She was like trying to flip out and stuff like that. She was just very hyperactive. And my son, he'd be all over the place too. So when I went and picked him up one day, this is before I took him out. He was like sluggish and acting weird, and I didn't think anything of it until he said that, and I just didn't take him back. And she ended up calling me like, "Well, what's happening? Why are you not coming?" I said, "Look."
Wow,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't. After that, I just was like, nah. I just kept him going to his nana's house because I was like, see, this is exactly what I didn't want to happen.
Yeah. Because I probably would. Yeah. You did the right thing.
Definitely.
I called the because he was in like what is it called? Like, from the state. What is it called? I don't know.
CPS?
No.
Oh, I know what you're talking about for the business, for the actual business
program. It's like a YMCA program. I don't know. And so I ended up calling them because they were like, what? Like, why aren't you taking, your kid and stuff like that? And I told them what happened. And I have recordings of him. So I just sent that to them and they were like, oh, so they did their whole investigation. So I didn't end up having to pay anything after that.
I wonder what happened to her. Did she get fired or anything? Do you ever know what happened to her?
Well, it's right up the street from my house. The lady that owned the daycare, she obviously still doing good because she expanded onto her daycare and stuff like that. I don't know what happened to the worker there.
Yeah, the worker.
I don't know what happened to her, but I know the lady that owned it, she's still doing daycare. So
wow. I hope they got rid of that fool sitting there giving kids.
My thing is when I asked her, how does she know this lady? Because she started after my son was there. And like I said, he was only there for 2 weeks. She was like, oh, I don't know her. The program sent her to me, and I'm like, what? Like, you didn't check her out or anything like that? She's like, no.
Yeah.
She's like, tell me what happened. Tell me what happened. I said, no, you ask her what happened. I just told the people what happened and sent the recordings of what he
Well,
was telling me.
I'm so happy that your son knew how to do that play therapy,
Yeah.
because some kids don't even know how to do that play therapy, but it's so good that he was talking to Peppa and that you
Mhm.
heard it, because if he would have never done that, it could have went way far left and you would have never known, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
it could have been it could have been a different outcome,
Right. It could have been an overdose,
you know.
anything.
Right,
So
exactly. And then I was just
yeah,
like, I'm gonna take myself out of this situation because I know myself and how I am for my son, because it was so hard
yeah.
to go through that pregnancy. I was like, I'm gonna just take him out. I don't even care if I knew he had to be telling the truth, because if he was on the floor playing and I was in the bed, I just heard him.
Oh yeah. Now with that there, when a kid is playing with a toy, now I don't disagree with that. Like, and when a kid is playing with a toy and you hear them talk, then now that ain't no made up
Mhm.
shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like they're really acting out whatever the fuck they trying to tell. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and when I would keep trying to ask him about it, he wouldn't really tell me, like, everything, like, so
Yeah.
like little piece of what he was saying at the end, because he really felt like it was a secret.
Because she
And I'm
probably
like,
told him. You know what I'm saying?
Don't say
Yeah.
nothing. Don't say nothing.
And I'm like, no, you don't keep no secrets from mom. You don't
Mhm.
have no secrets from mommy. Who is she for you to have a secret with her? Like, no.
Exactly. That
And don't
sounds just
nobody
like
get
those
my
molesters.
kid no. Don't nobody give my kid no NyQuil except for me. No, I'm just kidding.
No. No.
No, you know what they used to tell me to do? Old
The
fashioned.
doctor told me that. The doctor told me to give my son NyQuil. Not NyQuil, Benadryl. I was like, what? Nah, y'all
No, but I'm saying like stuff like that anyways, though. Don't nobody do that except for the parent if they want to do that. You strangers don't sit up here and feel like my kid is too hyper that you want to sit up here and give my kid some stuff. You don't
No.
do that. You don't have the
Yeah.
right to do that.
Nope.
Period.
Exactly.
And then what I was like, because the lady that owned the daycare, because he has an inhaler, and even for me to give her the inhaler for him, she was like, no, I have to have a doctor's note and this and this and this and this and that. I was just like, whatever. So I went and got the doctor's note. But
Yeah, because they act strict over that, but you on the under
exactly.
feeding my kids stuff. Yeah.
And then he told me exactly where it was in the house. So I knew he wasn't lying. He said it was in the kitchen in a cabinet at the top.
Oh, he showed you too. Yeah.
I'm like, this is too much detail for me. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
over here sliding people, so I'm gonna just avoid that.
And too bad that other lady didn't take her daughter out, because her daughter probably was getting abused. The one you said that you seen strapped in a chair or whatever, she probably was getting abused.
The thing with that little girl is she didn't even have her mom, because the daycare lady was telling me and my mom that little girl, she said it was like, they don't know if something was wrong with her, but her mom like left her somewhere, and they had to find her dad. And when they found her dad, they still haven't even found the mom. Like, she was off doing whatever she's doing. So the dad is who had her at that time, and he was in the military, so he didn't really have to taking care of her like that either. So I just
wait a minute. Isn't there a HIPAA law against telling people's business?
Yeah, it is. They're not supposed to be telling all that.
That's illegal.
They did though. She was telling us like all about that. And
oh my God, that's so illegal.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know.
That was a horrible daycare anyway. That sounds like a horrible place. Even now that she's still in business, it just sounds like she is a little negligent her damn self.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Every time I would go there, she was never there. I was like, where should she be at? They always said, oh, she was picking up kids, but you ain't picking up kids every time I come.
Yeah. Wow.
So if she was just there in the mornings when I would drop them off, and then she just have her sit, because the other lady that was there, because it was 3. It was on first when I went, it was her, and she said it was her sister-in-law. And then that's when the second lady came on during his like second week there. So I was just like, nah, this just sounds like too much is going on here.
Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah, because now even though I wasn't one of the moms that check every hour, you know how I was saying all that, but I could tell like if any little thing is wrong with my kid, like any little thing different, I know just like that.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
You know.
Can you go get me some water, Cecily? No, never mind. I'm getting some water.
I'm sorry, but that lady would have got more than a couple of words from me. I'm sorry. That's crazy. You're not giving my kid anything.
Yeah. It's hard because with I can't speak for Naomi because she don't get into the race shit or whatever. But for me, like I try not to go all the way off because it's already a stereotype that Black women are aggressive and this and that. There's already a whole stereotype about us. So I try not to be that stereotype, even though everybody looks at me like that stereotype. But it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because they already think we're automatically gonna pop off. So, even with my kids' school, like there was situations where like my daughter been bullied at school and stuff. So I go talk to the principal. We have a meeting and stuff. I'm nice, calm, professional, and all that. Now the second time around, I gotta come in here, golf on your ass. So that's what happened. My first meeting, I was calm, collective, professional, and everything. The next time I had to come for the same goddamn situation, I went in there and went the fuck off because this time the principal was going to get the beat down.
Yeah.
Now, I tried not to be Diary of the Mad Black Woman the first time around, but now your ass is mine. So, that's how the second time around, her ass didn't come out. She did not even come out to talk to me. And then Corona hit. So she was saved by motherfucking Corona because we all got on lockdown and the kids was at home. So I didn't have to address the situation.
When my son was in 3rd grade, the teacher snatched him, calling herself, she snatched him by his sweater, but she pinched him. And I found out about it. I went over there to the door nicely. I didn't go in there to fight her. I want to know why she grabbed my son. What's really going on here? I knocked at the door. She went in. She called on the speaker. I got an angry parent at the door and she's trying to get in my classroom. I barely knocked at the door, Heifer. What do you mean? And they literally told me I could not be on the premises because of that. So when we went into the office, it made it worse because I said, this little prejudiced bitch. I said it. I said, she's a prejudiced bitch. And they were like, ma'am, you can't say that. And I say, yes, I can. And I did. She can't be snatching on my kid like that. Would you like me to snatch you like that? And then that's when it went really left. And they were like,
and
yeah, we can't have you come here anymore.
What's crazy is when they snatched him up, they probably didn't even know he had a white mama. They just automatically, you know what I'm saying, snatched him up because, like you said, because of him. You know what I'm saying? But then when you came, they're like, they probably had a different little outlook, but it was too late. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yes.
That too. Yeah.
I don't play because I'll tell them I'll snatch you up. I'll literally pinch you just like you pinched my kid. Grab my son's ear, grab whatever you're going to do, and then I'm going to do the same thing to you. See how you like it. That's how I feel about that.
The principal at my kid's school, she in her 30s. She young, she young, she in her 30s. She claims she got black in her. She looks white to me, but she says, but these days you can't tell because some people do look white and their mom could be black, that, or, whatever. So anyways, her name is Danica, but she looked white. So, and she do have a little sassy ass attitude.
Her name is
But
what?
like I said,
Danica.
Danica.
I'm Danica with you. I'm done with you. I'm Danica with you.
But yeah, like I said, that day, girl, I waited out there for a whole hour because my daughter had got jumped by some boys, and they literally beat her up, made her bleed and everything. Like, and
Oh my God.
and I was up there within like 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And because my house is right here by the school. Like, I got up there in like 2.2 seconds. And you know, I'm waiting there. They're like, oh, talking about the principal is in a meeting or whatever. So I waited there for a whole hour and she would not come talk to me. The security had to come call, because that's what pissed me off. Bitch, you supposed to come de-escalate this situation.
Right.
I don't give a damn if you in a meeting.
Danica got hers that day.
So what happened? Did they just tell you to leave?
Well, the bitch never came, so I ended up leaving. Then she emails me talking about she had a family emergency. Her grandpa or somebody was sick or something, and she had to leave. And yeah, and then she calls me the next day talking about, you know, my staff said you was cussing and everything, and I said I sure in the fuck was. Shit, what you mean, bitch? My daughter got jumped by like 4 boys. And you think I wasn't gonna be cussing?
Right.
You know, I got all those boys. I got all those boys' names, first and last names. I filed police reports on them. They was finna fill the raft. You know what I'm saying? But Corona came.
Oh, it's recent.
Right. Corona came just in time because we was on lockdown, so I couldn't even.
I'd have been, bitch, I'm wearing a mask. What you talking about?
This was right before Corona hit. And then like the next week we were supposed to have a meeting and Corona came and everybody was on lockdown. Kids wasn't going to school no more. So they was able to, I was able to calm down. You know what I'm saying? So now when they see me, it's over because it's been, you know, whole year has passed and all that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I still got my eye on you motherfuckers. But
I don't blame you. I do not blame you.
But yeah, she didn't come out that time. She always usually act hard and all that, but she didn't come out that time. And I'm kind of glad she didn't, because I probably would have whooped her ass because I was pissed.
Yeah. I'll definitely go to jail for my kids. I'm not even joking. They know that from the beginning. I don't play that. I'll go to jail for my kids.
After that too, though, once the security guard had met me and stuff, he was like, oh, I'm gonna keep an eye on her. I'll get all the names for you. Then he had my phone and he was like texting me all the names and shit. Like, you know, so then I knew he was gonna keep an eye and shit like that. You know, it was different once I came up there and raised hell.
Wow, that's
what
crazy.
She tried to do was she tried to say my daughter came back the next day with a broken vase in her backpack and some shaving cream. First of all, we don't even have shaving cream at our house, so I don't even know how she would have shaving cream and a broken piece of vase in her thing. My daughter's not even that type. You know what I'm saying? She's not that type of girl. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, my kids ain't that way." And if my kid was that way, I would say she's that way and I wouldn't be afraid for her. But my daughter is really, really sensitive and soft. She's not like me. She's not. She's a whole different person. You know what I'm saying? So my daughter's really friendly. She's really, you know, she don't like bullying. She loves animals. She's a whole different person from me.
Yeah, they could have easily set her up with that stuff.
Exactly. And when the principal called me trying to say that, I said, you know what? If she did, I said, I would too. If 4 boys fucking jumped me and nobody was there to protect me, I would too.
Hello.
That was my response to her. So at this point, she's like, okay, this bitch ain't going for nothing. I say, no, I'm not. Because y'all failed to protect my daughter in the first place. So if she feel like she got to protect herself, that's what she got to do.
Exactly.
Okay. Turn up. That's why I got my son in jiu-jitsu right now, because I'm like, he always was getting like bullied and stuff when we would like go,
They're
places.
jealous. They're jealous of his
And I'm
cuteness.
like, Now I have to tell him, hey, no, don't do that. He be trying to do it on everybody. Wait, you can't just go up to people trying to chain kick them and trying to take them down. I'm like, no, you can't do that. So,
Sure can't. Because now he's considered a weapon. His whole body's a weapon if he's doing that.
I'm like, you can't do that. I say, you don't do that. Only if they're doing something to you. He was like, well, he was saying this and that. I'm like, well, he was saying it. Now, if he put his hands on you, that's different.
Right. Right.
Oh.
You are correct.
Another little kid come up to him and say, hey, you stupid doodle head. And then he just started doing jujitsu on him.
I'm like, no, you can't do it for everything. I said, only when if somebody,
put their hands on you.
If they hit you, now that's different. I said, if they saying something, you can't do all of that. Go talk to the teacher or something. But I know my mom would be like, shoot, ain't no go talk to no teacher. She'll be like, somebody put their hands on you, just go ahead. So,
and that's how my mom taught me. She like, somebody put their hands on you, you fuck them up. That's exactly what my mom taught me.
She told you that. Your mom told you.
Go ahead, then.
We're talking at the same time. I said, your mom told you that?
Yes, that's exactly what she told me.
I know what my husband's family told I think it was his mom or his dad, said, if you see your brothers in there fighting, you better jump in there, because if you don't jump in there, I'm gonna whip your behind when you get home.
Yeah, that sounds like what a Black person would say.
It is. That is how Black families raise you. Like, they're like, if somebody is fucking with you, you pick up whatever the fuck you got to pick up. You do whatever you got to do. You fuck their ass up. That's how they teach you.
They do. My mom would be like, because some girls that came to my house to jump me. And I was like, heck nah. I was like, I'll fight them one-on-one, but I'm not going to let them jump me. My mom was like, you better get your ass outside. Because if you get beat up, I'm going to whoop your ass when you come in the house. Yeah. Oh, shit. Put my little ass out too, and made me fight all of them, too. She was like, y'all not going to you got to take the behind outside right now. I was like, oh, shit. Okay.
Girl, I remember them days. My mom used to do that to me, too. Like, I remember those days. Like, I had people come to try to jump me, too. My mom was like, you get out there and you fuck them bitches up. Yep. And I'm like, there's out there. You know what I'm saying? She like, you like you said, you don't fuck them up, I'm going to fuck you up. And so you more scared of your mama, so you get out there and you fucking fight. Like,
why they do that to us? Why?
I don't know, but like when my son,
I know why. I don't know why, girl. That's messed up. That's why we are the way we are, though. They want to call us, they want to talk about the way Black women are, but that's why we are the way we are, because that's how we was raised.
Right, exactly. The other situation with my son, I didn't allow my kids to just go fight. Just go fight anybody. I would tell them to, do not fight. Go tell. Go tell. If it doesn't work, then you do what you got to do. Well, my son's in class, and this is in high school, so I wasn't around. Like I said, I didn't do high school. I was just elementary and younger. But this little boy, I'm not going to say little boy, this boy kept coming and popping my son on the back of his head over and over. Anyway, hold on one second. What is that?
It's the feet thing. You got to cut them. It was like
the what?
The foot thing.
Oh, you need scissors?
Yes, please.
Here. Sorry, you guys. No, but so my son, that's Precious. Yes.
Hi, Fresh.
Hi, Fresh. They can't hear. Hold on. Let me. Oh no, because then it's gonna do. They said hello, Fresh.
Here, I'll say hi.
Here.
Oh. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
How was the hurricane?
It's okay. We're still trying to figure everything out. But they're saying that we could have some power at least we should have power by the 17th. So we'll see about that.
17.
Yeah.
So did they put you guys up in like hotels and stuff?
No, we ended up leaving before it actually hit. So we were good.
Let me see.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There we go.
They said hi, Fresh.
Hi. Okay, you can come in. You want to come here? Come talk. Come talk.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
See, I'm cool with my earthquake. Get the earthquake and we straight.
Yeah.
No, I wait to have power to the 17th. No.
Don't worry about that. Come on, come here.
I'm telling you, it was crazy. The first time I ever went to Louisiana, I went out there for the Essence Festival.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up getting stuck out there for like 3 extra days by myself because like when we originally went, it was supposed to be 8 of us. It ended up only being 2 of us.
Mm-hmm.
In this big ass, scary ass Airbnb that we had rented, me and my cousin. So then we ended up going to a hotel.
Why was it scary?
Oh my God, because first of all, it was a 6-bedroom house, upstairs and downstairs. When we get there, the guy apparently was living on the third. It was like a three floors, which we didn't know, you know. And so apparently the guy was living on like the 3rd floor and he had it like blocked off or whatever. And I think he was like watching us.
Oh.
Yeah. So me and her, when we first got there, it looked all creepy. Now, when I originally booked the Airbnb, I don't know New Orleans, so I thought that all the houses looked like that, like old style houses or whatever.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot that
So,
do. Everyone.
huh?
I said there's a lot that do, but not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, I said, okay, so I think this is a cute little New Orleans house. You know, we're going to get the full experience. I'm thinking this is just the way it is, you know. So we booked it. We went there. And since it only ended up being us 2, like we slept in the same room. We slept in the same bed together. Like we was in the one little section of the damn house until we got us a hotel because we was like,
Why is it scary still? You just said he had a section.
Because like he was texting little certain things, like, and it seemed like he was just up there watching us. Cause it was like when you go downstairs, there was another section blocked off, but it had like the 2-way mirror where they could see you, but you can't see in the inside.
What?
Yeah, and it was just a whole bunch of weird shit going on. And then when we would leave and come back, we could tell like somebody been down there looking around or something in our stuff. You know, I don't know. It was just a whole ass feel. So that's why we got out of there because we were supposed to stay there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But
so
that's why.
Get it. We leaving. We gonna go get a hotel.
Yeah, we got a hotel.
And then cameras. He had cameras. He had the little double-sided mirror. He was like, "Yeah,
yeah."
Go in the shower.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. And so when we end up getting the hotel, like she left a day before me. So I was there, you know, a day by myself and it ended up getting flooded. Like New Orleans ended up having like a flood.
A flood.
Yeah, like my hotel started getting flooded. And the day I was going to the airport, it was kind of flooded, like when he was driving me there. And this was in July.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm thinking this is a sunny time or whatever. I don't know New Orleans. This was my very, very first time ever going there. So when I got to the airport, they kept canceling my flight. I ended up having to get a hotel. I was stuck down there for 3 extra days.
Wow. Dang.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. By myself too. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that's when I seen Ghost, the one that plays Ghost.
On what?
He plays on Ghost.
I don't know what that is.
Do you know the show Ghost?
No.
Power?
No.
I mean, the show Power? 50 Cent show?
I know of the show, but I've never gotten into it. It looked a little weird.
Oh, okay. The fine dude that plays on there. Oh my god, and he looks just like that in person. I actually got to see him at the airport.
That fine dude.
Naomi, do you know Power?
I'm trying to think. Is Power with that's the boy that sings or no?
You talking about Empire?
Okay, yeah. No, I don't know Power.
Power is the other one that 50 Cent made.
I didn't like Empire either.
Oh yeah, Shay. Shay know. Look, Shay know. Yes, the sexy man from Power. Girl, he looked exactly like that in person, girl. You know how sometimes people look different from the show. No, his ass is fine as hell. He looked just like he looked on TV.
Sexy man on Power.
She done looked it up.
Isn't that like a drama? Like a drama?
Huh?
Isn't Power like a drama?
Power is like, it's kind of like a hood movie, I get. A hood series, I guess.
I've seen Power. Maybe once or twice. I never got into it deep.
He's the one who plays Ghost. He's the one who plays Ghost. Yes.
Ghost? Okay, I got him right here.
Yeah, his fine ass. He looked just like that in person.
Naomi, show me.
Let me show you real quick. Start camera.
Oh, I know who that is. Isn't that looks just like, what's his name? From oh my God. Show it one more time. I gotta make sure before I say yes. Hold on. Oh my goodness. The movie from
Put it up close, girl.
Crazy right now.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Yes, Hunty, yeah.
Oh, okay. Shut up. I'm happily married, but oh shit, yeah.
Yes. And girl, he looked just like that in person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even joking. So that was the highlight of me getting stranded. But
you seen him there?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, girl. Yes. Oh, Omari Hardwick. Yes. Girl.
Woo. My favorite.
She said Omari Hardwick.
A whole different person.
You got to put it a little bit closer because you got it too far.
What is his name with them little Asian eyes of his?
Yeah. Tyson Bedford. Yeah.
He's a cutie patootie. I need to stop before I get in trouble.
I'm gonna go finish.
Because my kids will be like, "What you say, Ma?"
Your husband there?
Girl, my husband can say women are pretty, and I'll tell you men are gorgeous.
And everything.
Huh?
Shay wrote his name and everything.
Everything.
That's who it is.
Yes, that's Shay. No, honey. Shay, no, girl.
I'm gonna go finish my TV show. Bye.
Okay, bye, baby. Oh, by the way, so let me finish the story about my son. So the guy kept coming in to the classroom, and my son is at his desk doing his work, and he kept coming in and popping him back of his head. For what reason? We don't know. We still didn't get the reason behind it, but he kept popping him upside his head. He did it like 3 or 4 times. He told the teacher, at this boy coming in.
Wait. Before you finish your story, I just got to say what Shay said in the comments because it's funny. She said, I'm pretty sure his hard is Wick.
Bad girl Shay. Bad girl Shay. That girl. Pop on the hand. Bad girl Shay. Just kidding.
Okay.
But anyway, so like he told the teacher didn't do nothing. But the guy came back in and popped him one more time. He said, okay. He took the dude by his neck and it took 4 teachers to get him off. When I tell you my kids don't fight unless they have to, my boy had his hands around his neck and did not let go until those 4 teachers got him off. But he told the dude, stop hitting me. He got he got tired of it. And the teacher didn't do nothing about it. So my son took care of business. And like I said, I don't approve of it. But you know what? That boy kept on doing what he's doing. He got what he got. That boy got his shirt ripped. And he ripped my son's shirt, but he got himself choked out almost to a point where he probably might have not came back. I don't know. I'm just glad he didn't finish it off, but they did get him off of him.
You know what? And that's what happens when kids think your kid is soft or something just because they not shit starters and all that. Because that happened to my son too. Like he was getting bullied in 7th grade and all that, and then the little bully dude finally my son broke and beat the shit out of him. And then you know, after that, that's when my son became popular because he beat up the damn bully of the school. But you know, it's just like, and the principal, like I was pissed off at the principal because I'm like, you know, you're suspending him, but it was self-defense. The dude kept fucking with him, and finally he had to beat his ass one good time to let him know.
Yeah.
That happened to me before because when I was in elementary school, and there was this girl, she would just always just be picking on me all the time. But, you know, I was real little. I'm still real little. And my mom was like, you know, she was like, I don't care, fight her, you know. And then, but my teacher she was saying no. And I still love that teacher to this day. She was like, no, or whatever. And then one day she was like, you know what, when you go to recess, whoop her ass. I was like, for real? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So we went to recess, and this is when we had, it was field day. So you'd be at the field all day playing and stuff like that. You don't really do schoolwork. And so we were on the field. It was time to go in, I think, to have lunch, or I don't know if we was coming from lunch or going to lunch. Anyway, she was like, hold my lunch bell. Like she just walked up to me and was like, hold my lunch bell. Like I was just supposed to hold her lunch bell and take it to the room. I was like, she like, hold my lunch bell. I just started fighting her. And then they were supposed to suspend me, but they just gave me in-school suspension. But my mom was mad at that too, because they was like, she always coming to tell y'all and y'all ain't doing nothing about it. Now, when she do something, now y'all gonna suspend her. So they just suspended us both. But yeah, it'd be crazy when you be little.
My first fight was with a humongous girl. And I don't even know what the fight was about, but she swung that little big, no, I ain't gonna say little, her big old hand at me, and I ducked, and she ripped the knuckles off her fingers from the bricks. I said, I wish you would.
So what happened after that?
That was it. We finished the fight. She finished her knuckles. Her knuckles were all torn up, so she stopped.
Wait,
saying. That was my very first fight. I ducked, and she literally her whole knuckles were ripped up. Just ripped up from the bricks. I was like, okay.
So y'all didn't fight then?
No, she swung at me. I ducked, and she tore her knuckles up. That's it.
So that was your first duck. That was your first duck.
I know. I'm like, wait, what? I was like, wait, I'm confused.
That was my first. It wasn't a fight. It was my first duck. How about that?
Oh my God.
In my 53 years of life, I've literally only fought 3 times. No joke, 3 times. And I got every last one of them. Only one of them I got hurt real bad. That bitch had some knuckles on her. She hit me straight in the eye. Oh, I couldn't see shit. And I still was talking crap.
She said, I'm like, where's the fight? She said, that was it. I was done.
My second, that was, okay, so my first one was when I ducked. Was a duck fight. My second one was we ended up being best friends.
You Naomi over there cracking up.
It was an even fight. We literally listen.
We are not gonna count that first one. We're not gonna.
I'm just saying.
I can't breathe. I gotta go.
Listen. So my
second fight was with my best. She ended up being my best friend.
So funny.
You know that thing where they say, "I dare you knock that off my shoulder" thing? You know how they say, "I dare you knock that off my shoulder." You remember that?
Oh my gosh.
So I knocked it off her shoulder. She hit me first, and then we went at it. And it was an even fight because neither one of us really hurt each other. We just both got hits. But my third fight, my third fight was the one with the eye. Punched me straight in my eye. And I swear I could not see I couldn't see nothing. I went blind in that eye, for real. It was my left eye. She just went boom. But see what it is she wasn't even no big girl. She just had those, you know how you have like when you bony and you got them knuckles that kind of stick out? She had one of them knuckles. She gave it to me good. I was like, damn. But I still kept talking my shit though. I kept talking my shit because I was ready to keep but I couldn't see nothing.
Like Naomi said, you only had 2 fights.
Yeah.
Because that first fight, like she said, we ain't gonna count that.
But till this day, I don't know what the heck she want. Why she came at me like that? She was huge. I wouldn't even. I'm not even exaggerating when I say she had to have been at least between at least 300 pounds. She was huge. Really big, real big. I might be giving her less weight, but I'm telling you, she just slung that big ass hand, and I went down and ripped her knuckles off.
Stop telling it. Stop.
I bet you she ain't mess with me no more because she don't know how to duck.
Stop telling the story. Stop it. Because I was so lost. I was like, wait. So where was the fight?
Words.
Oh my gosh. Don't ever tell nobody that was your first fight again.
Oh, I did tell people that. Because I never had, I feel proud. I'm proud of myself. The only other fights that I've had have not been like physical.
No, don't tell nobody that was your first fight or no.
You know what you needs to do? She needs to do a story time on here. You know how people sit and do story time. You need to do a story time.
Yes.
And tell your little stories about your fight.
Gosh.
About my fight story time?
No, don't tell nobody that story no more.
It's too late. Whoever gets on here knows about my supposedly duck fight.
Oh my God. I am lightheaded from laughing so hard. My stomach hurts. Because I think it was all on you. Like, oh my God, I can't even finish my sentence. Hold on.
Are you okay?
Woo! Okay. I think we was all in here looking confused, like what? Scratching our head like weird. Okay. I gotta like go on mute for a second.
Look, she can't even stop. But you know what? You dodged the bullet on that one, though. That was a good one.
She could have probably killed me and sat on me or something. I don't know what she would have did. But she got her knuckles ripped up and she quit. She quit.
And you know what? She probably hit that thing so hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it was my face, I probably wouldn't be sitting here without it being all damaged up right about now. Because she looked like she could hit.
Did you start laughing?
No, I said, hey, she started it. What made it crazy was a Catholic school. So it was a Catholic school, and the nun came and said, what happened? She wanted to know what happened. She thought the girl might have fell down and she kind of like went forward or whatever and hurt herself. No, I said she tried to hit me and I ducked.
I'm telling this story, please.
I ducked and I was all I could do is go,
oh my God. Whoa, please stop. Just stop telling it because stop.
Go get some tummy medicine, some pink medicine.
Oh gosh. That's my ab workout for the day.
Wow.
Oh shit. No, don't tell it no more, please. Okay, let's talk about something else. Oh gosh, why is it so funny to me? I don't know.
Because it wasn't a fight, it was me ducking. That's why.
No, because you busted out telling it like it was about to be good.
For real. She was like, my first fight. And then I was like, you was like, what? What did you say? And then I'm like,
It's a first
oh,
fight
that was your
that
first
wasn't
duck.
physical on my end. It was a physical. Look, it wasn't. Listen, wait, listen. Look, it wasn't a fight, but it was my first fight. As in, she fought herself basically because she just ripped her knuckles up. So it was a fight, but I just didn't get a chance to hit her back. That's all, because she was already hurt. That would be kind of messed up if I go after her after she's gotten hurt.
That would have been your opportunity to just start taking off on her.
Oh my God.
No, I was actually kind of concerned because she was bleeding. It wasn't like just scrape. It wasn't like.
Are you still telling the story?
They were bleeding. Yeah, they were bleeding.
Oh my God, I'm out.
She had to go to the nurse. She had to get taken to the nurse, and the nun wanted to suspend me. I said, "You can't suspend me. I didn't fight her. She fought her. She fought the bricks. Like she literally hit the bricks. So you can't suspend me."
Yeah, they couldn't suspend you for ducking and protecting yourself.
Yeah,
I mean, for real, seriously.
She said it was her first fight, not you news. She said you knew, not hers. She fought the bricks. I'll tell you that right now. She did hurt herself. I felt bad because her knuckles were all ripped up. You could see skin just bleeding. It was gross. It was bad. I couldn't go after her after that. I felt so horrible. Even though she hit, she the one who swung at me. But you can't pick on people that can duck. Come on now. I could understand if I was about her weight and I couldn't bend down. Maybe then, that would have been a fair fight. But you literally just tore your knuckles up trying to hit me. Naomi, don't laugh no more. Are you still laughing or are you sleeping now? Naomi, she gone? Where did she go?
She had to walk away till you talk about something else.
I ain't that guys. All right, I'm done laughing for real.
Where's my baby at? Where's my baby?
Here. He was like, "Mom, why you can't stop laughing?" I said, "This Nancy is
because your T didn't fight back. She ended up hurting herself when she was hitting your T. That's what happened.
No, it's just how you busted the story out. Like
it's a fight, but it's by herself.
Be lit.
I never said it was a good fight. I just said that was my first fight.
Woo! You are silly. Go. He over here laughing because I'm laughing. You don't even know.
I think it was how she busted it out, and then my response, and you was like, "Oh."
Oh my gosh. Okay. Woo!
Woo! You have two fights your whole life. How about that? That fixes it for you, Naomi. Fights in my whole life.
What'd you say?
I said that's only been 2 fights in my whole life. That's
never.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Never been to jail, but I will go to jail for my kids. I promise you that. Definitely.
So the moral of the story is never bully anyone, girls.
Yeah,
you see what happened to your knuckles.
Because they duck.
You see what happened to your knuckles.
Will be bleeding.
Don't mess with somebody that can duck. Come on now. Duck, move.
Gosh.
Don't do that.
That was just, I don't know. You just confused me completely. So that's why I was like, what?
So when you went to school, like the next time and seen her again, like what was that like?
I don't even remember seeing that girl no more. I don't know if she ended up in the hospital for them knuckles being tore up. I don't know. She was bleeding. That's all I can say.
Oh,
I never seen her again.
You never seen her again after that?
I never seen her again. We
She
ended up
probably, you know what? Her mom probably took her out that school. She probably was embarrassed.
I hope not. I feel bad now. See, I feel bad. Poor thing. But she didn't need to come swinging at me though, because she a big girl. I was small compared to her. Come on now, you can't just come after somebody.
Look at Shay said, no, you knew you had 2 fights and a duck.
And a ducking fight. I said it. I own it. I can own that. I own that. I do own that.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, you need to take this off of live for real because this is too much. Okay. Okay, that's not funny anymore. Okay, I'm not laughing. What are we about to talk about? Because that just took a conversation.
Hold on, my dog wants to bark at me. Hold on one second. She gotta go to the ladies' room. I'll be right back. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. Okay, so what were we supposed to be talking about? Because we got all off topic.
We did. Well, we had way 2 hours ago because it's like almost 3 hours now. We were talking about the kids that got, yeah. Then we got on to bullying and then all that. I don't know how we just got on to all this.
Random ass stuff. Woo.
What are you gonna title
it? Myself and News and Shay and Lady got in here, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I could stay on a little bit longer. Because look, after 30 minutes, you know, when 30 minutes hit and I don't get nobody in here, I'll be like, I'm shutting down. I'm good. But I know you told me to keep talking, but I don't know about talking to myself very much.
You know what? You have to let me give you some advice. You have to, because I spent many days alone on live. you have to, because you know, you just gotta pretend there's people in there, because if you want to be successful, you just gotta keep going.
Yeah, so when News got in here, she heard me doing all that reading because I was scared to do that copyright thing again and get my butt kicked and terminated again. So I literally read all kinds of articles about the case. And then News got in here and she told me, oh, you can show it. You could do the record, like the audio. And then I said, oh, okay. And then we ended up doing the video and the audio of the conference and the video of the, you know, what happened.
The conference. Are you talking about the 2 twins?
Yes. They only had 16 minutes and 54 seconds, I believe. Yeah, something like that.
He said, play the Candace prank call. What's that?
Oh, that's by, I don't want to say the person's name, but that person is the one that went in on me from the, you know what situation. So I can't play that one. I can actually edit it and then be able to do it.
I'm confused. What is she talking about?
Okay, so there was a prank call. Candace played a prank call on Mary. And she sent me the link. But can I just let you guys listen to it? Is that okay or no?
Wait, what are you guys talking about? I'm so lost right now. Who's
a YouTuber? A YouTuber has her calling Mary. I guess that's like what the stepsister, and she made a prank call on her from Candace. Candace made a prank call on her, and she sent me a link for it. But I don't want to get a strike on it. But it's what's her name's one of the ladies that, remember I told you about when that situation happened in that one
text me, because I am so lost right now. Text me.
OMG. Yes, just play the audio. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and play the audio. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me make sure you can't hear her voice, and then just the recording. Hold on one second.
Okay. I'm really lost. We're talking about Summer's mom, Candace?
Yes.
Okay. And who's Mary?
Stepsister. Donald.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. Hello?
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Wow. I got to tell somebody that story because it was just, that was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Shay said just play the Candace prank call.
Yeah, I don't get what that is. I'm so confused. Why is she prank calling somebody?
Candace to Mary, she made a prank call to her. Ready?
Okay.
It says Candace Bly Wells calls the sister-in-law, which is Don's sister-in-law, Mary. Here we go.
Okay.
What's going on, Candace?
They just took Bonnie away.
Who did?
The police.
They did? How come?
I don't know. They weren't telling me reason why. But they're flying him out to Boston, Massachusetts.
They're flying him off to Boston?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my gosh, Candace. You know, they didn't tell you why?
No.
So what they do? They just knocked on the door and came in and cuffed him and took him?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Candace. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I wish they would have told you the reason why.
They didn't tell me anything. They just said they had to take him. Jeannie said again.
Oh, really? Wow, Candace, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry, Candace. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, honey. I feel so bad for you. I wish I was there. I wish I could hold you, Candace.
He's never given me the kisses wrong, ever. He's always been the same father.
Right? Oh my gosh, Candace, I'm so sorry. Gosh. So you don't think that they're just gonna take him for maybe a couple of days and release him?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Well,
whatever Jenny and her friends did.
You know, I don't know, Candace. I don't know. You know, they might just take him maybe for a couple hours. Maybe they're just taking him to question him or something. You know what I mean?
Why would they take him all the way to Boston?
Yeah.
But why would they take him all the way to Boston? This is the question, you know?
I don't know. Boston? I don't know. He don't have any ties in Boston that I know of, right?
Not at all.
Yeah, not that I know of. Just, I mean, the only places he's ever been is like
Federal. That's all I know. Federal.
Federal? Huh. Yeah, I don't know, Candace. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I know. I have nobody now.
Oh my gosh. I know. Is your mom coming back?
No.
She's not?
From the Capitol. That's all I know.
Wow. Wow, that is just crazy, Candace. That is crazy. Wow. I'm really sorry to hear that, Candace. God. I can't believe that they didn't, I don't know, they didn't say something to you. You know what I mean? And then, so they said that they were going to take him to Boston. Are you sure they didn't say Utah?
Over the Mexican mafia stuff.
Oh, right. So do you know anything about that?
No, I don't know anything.
Wow. Well, did Donnie ever come into some money that you knew about or anything?
About $80,000. I don't know.
Oh, wow. My goodness. Yeah, that's just really crazy, Ken.
He said, hey, $80,000 over the Mexican lobby.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, Candace. I don't understand what's going on, because if they're going to extradite him to Boston, God, I just don't know why they would do that, you know? And that's, wow. Yeah.
They're gonna kill him.
Huh?
The Mexico, they're gonna kill him. They're gonna hurt him.
The drug cartel, is that what you said? They're going to kill him, they're going to hurt him?
Yeah.
Well, if he's messed up in drugs, Candace, that's not your fault, okay? That's not your fault, Candace, okay? And there's not a lot you can do about that, you know? There's not, you know? I mean, you can stand behind him and be there for him, Candace, you know? But if
stand behind him.
yeah, you know, and
How does she understand anything she's saying?
I don't know, because I'm so lost.
She said, that's all I hear.
oh my gosh, I just don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Candace. Do you think he had something to do with Summer's disappearance?
In my heart, I don't.
In your heart, you don't?
No.
That's because
what does that mean?
She said in her heart she don't, that he
I
did.
know, but
Summer.
what she mean in her heart she don't. So in her mind she know he did, or what?
It's one of them moments.
Wow, okay.
Yep. That thinking emoji. That's what I'm seeing right now. Thinking emoji. Here we go.
You know,
yes, that is somebody drunk, probably. Yeah, she's
I
probably.
don't get it. How is this a prank call?
No, this is she probably gonna tell her, I'm just kidding or whatever. But why would you be prank calling people when you're supposed to be mourning your child or looking for your child that's missing and whatever?
Right, I don't get it. Okay,
yeah, me neither. So let's see what they say.
I just don't know, Candace. I mean, I hate to, I don't want to say, you know, he had anything to do with it, you know, but you never know, you know.
I heard Donnie said 20 children, the mom did cartel children network.
Wow.
I don't think she understands her either.
Madam, he said 20 children, the mom said another 7
Well, that's just great. I don't know, Candace. That's just great. I don't know what to tell you. I'm really sorry. I feel really bad for you, Candace. So your mom don't plan on coming back, huh?
No.
Oh my God. It's just great. Oh my goodness sakes. That's so great.
I guess. and I'm going to be working with everyone and save what you come of the Mexican mafia in the action.
Oh, is that because of what came out today on YouTube?
I don't know. I don't watch it. I don't watch it.
Right, yeah, you don't watch them. I don't know. I was seeing something today on, I don't know, it was showing messages between two people. And so I don't know if that's the reason or not. You know,
I want my kids back.
Well, Candace, I'm sure you're going to get your kids back. If you didn't have anything to do with this, and Donnie did, you will get your kids back, Candace, okay? Don't worry about that, because you will get your kids back. They will find they will help you, Candace. They will find a safe place for you, and you will get your kids back.
I don't know anything about Donnie or whatever went on with the cartel. But I don't know anything about that. I've never anybody to come out.
Right. Yeah, I know you don't, Candace, and that's what I'm saying. You know, don't try not to worry about it, because you will. You'll get your kids back. So try not to worry about that, okay? Just because they took Donnie don't mean that you won't get your kids back, okay? Are you okay? I guess you're not, are you?
Okay, so Shay said it was stated that it was thought that it was a real call, and then they found out that it was a prank call that Candace and Don put together on Mary.
Wow. But why? I'm confused. I don't understand what I'm listening to. I'm really confused.
I don't know either. I have no idea. All I can say is, why are you playing prank calls when you got a missing or deceased child?
How is this a prank call? I don't get, where's the prank?
I don't know. I think at the end it says, after this prank, they both need to go to jail immediately. Yeah, for sure.
Where's the prank? I don't hear the prank. Where's the
I don't know.
part?
I don't know if she tells her at the end and says, I was just kidding or whatever. I don't know.
This is not a prank. I mean, how is this a prank call? I don't get what she's trying to do.
I don't know. They're stupid. They're probably drunk off their butts and had nothing else to do.
Right. Yeah.
I can't hardly breathe.
Yeah. You need to calm down and, I don't know, smoke a cigarette and just sit there and calm down, Candace, you know.
Puff some meth.
I know it's hard, but try not to worry, okay?
Guys tried to save 20 children, and they're killing him. They're trying to kill him.
Wow, I didn't.
But you know what? If this was prior to Don going to jail, guess what? The joke was on them, because he ended up going to jail for those 6 women that he put his hands on, just so y'all know.
Know that. He didn't say anything to me, Candace. Yeah, Candace, he hasn't said nothing to me, so I don't know what's going on. I mean, I did read about that, about him owing money to people, but I just thought it was just another rumor, you know?
It's top secret again. I didn't know it either.
Well, yeah, that's just crappy, Candace.
I can't even understand her. How do we even know this is Candace?
They took him.
Right. I don't know what is going on right now. Like, I'm over here just confused.
I know, Candace, right? I bet you've been going crazy.
Hold on, I'm trying to see what she says at the end. It's a few more. It's like a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna let y'all hear the end, I guess.
Because your boys are safe, and try not to worry about Summer because she.
I can understand Mary, but I don't understand Candace.
Okay.
She's mumbling.
She said, try not to worry about Summer because what?
Hold on, let me repeat that.
Summer because she's out there. I mean, I'm sure of it, and don't worry about your boys because your boys are safe, and try not to worry about Summer because she's out there. I believe she's still out there, okay? I don't know. I wish I knew. Candace, I wish I knew where she was. But I believe that she's still out there and she's going to find her way home.
Wait, hold on. So basically, Shay said it was said that Don had went to jail. That was false. And then they did the prank call. What? The channel that was behind Don and Candace put it out there that it was a prank call they had been planning. What?
How is it a prank? I don't get where the ha we're pranking you part comes in.
Wait, I thought he went to jail for doing those 6 girls. Putting his, essaying.
Try not to worry about your boys, okay? Because they're safe right now. Your boys are good where they're at. And you will get your boys back.
Bull.
So try not to worry about that, okay?
Mary lying.
They flew to Boston and quit his cell phone, and they're beating him. They're beating Donnie up.
They're beating Donnie
the
up.
Cops are beating Donnie up? Is that what you said? Wow.
Shay said it was all a lie. Don is not in jail.
I don't think they're gonna beat him up, Candace. I think they probably. I think they just want to pull him in and talk to him, Candace. I'll bet you 10 to 1. I'll bet you 10 to 1. They're just gonna pull him in and talk to him and release him. Okay? I'll bet they will. Huh?
I don't think they are.
I'll bet you they do. I'll bet you they're just going to pull him in and talk to him about the rumors that are going on around.
I mean, why would he be going to Boston? That don't make no sense.
No, that don't make sense, does it? But they could have just been saying that. They could have just been saying that, Candace. I'll bet you 10 to 1 that they're probably just going to pull him in and just talk to him and find out what these rumors are going around, okay?
They're torturing him.
I don't think they will, Candace.
They are. They're torturing him.
Well,
She said they're torturing him.
If they do beat him up or something, he can press charges, Candace, for them doing that to him.
If he wasn't coming.
Right, but I don't think they will, Candace. I really don't think they will because that's against the law. They can't do that, and I think they know that.
But cops nowadays, they don't care about nothing.
I know
they don't care about it.
Yeah, I know they don't, but really, Candace, I really do think that they probably just pulled him in for probably a few hours. And I'll bet you 10 to 1 they'll probably end up releasing him tomorrow.
Well, then why would they take him all the way to Boston? Why would they just take him there?
I think they were. I think they were just saying that, Candace. I think they were just telling you that, or telling Donnie that to scare him. So I really do think they're just going to pull him in for a few hours and release him. He'll probably be back home tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. So try not to worry about it too much, okay? I think they were just trying to scare Donnie and stuff. I think they're just gonna pull him in and talk to him for a while and then probably release him. So try not to. They probably will, Candace. You know, you gotta look at it logical. That's probably all they're gonna do. Boston is a long ways away, but you know, I don't know. You know, I just have no clue, Candace. Like I said, I think they're just gonna pull him in for a few hours and then release him, Candace. I really do. You know, try not to think of other things, okay? Just keep it in your mind that they're probably just gonna talk to him and then release him, okay? Yeah. And he'll be okay. He'll be all right. They're not gonna beat him up, Candace. Okay. Yeah, I know you do, Candace. I know you do.
I miss him. I love him.
He's your husband. Of course you do. You know.
Remember the kids I've known for 14 years.
Yeah. Right. Huh.
I don't know. The kids.
Right. Yeah, I know, Candace. That's why I was asking. I mean, is your mom gonna come back and get her? Huh?
The cops are here.
All right. Oh, okay. Well, do they want to talk to you?
No.
Is Donnie still outside with them?
No.
Oh. Huh. Well, what are they doing? Just sitting in the driveway?
They're going to a police car, and they're leaving me inside. They won't let me talk to them. They won't talk to me at all.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the best thing for you to do, just try.
Oops.
Relax, Candace, okay? And just sit down.
They told me to get off the phone.
Huh?
They told me to get off the phone.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you go, okay? If you want, call me back after they leave, okay?
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
All right, that's it. What do you guys think of that crap?
I don't know. I'm still lost.
Yeah.
Because I don't get, where's the prank?
They're just basically saying that, remember they were saying that Don went to jail? Obviously, they're saying that that's not true. And they played a prank to make it like it was real. But what I don't understand is how do you play a prank when your child is missing or possibly deceased?
It ain't no prank. I'm sorry. It ain't no prank. I don't know who said this was a prank. Who said this? Who said it was a prank? Go put your clothes on so you can go to Nana's.
So I can just spend the night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah!
Because you don't have school on Monday.
No, I don't need school no more?
No. You still need school, just not on Monday.
Oh, what is that mean? Is there another cord behind it?
Yeah, because it needs to be plugged up.
Let me
But
see
no,
that.
go put your clothes on. Go put your. They're on the chair. I still don't get how this is a prank.
No.
I'm just completely lost. Who told you that this was a prank?
Shay was telling me about, they were saying that it was a prank, and that's why she shared the video.
Who said this was a prank? That's what I'm trying to.
Shay, who said that other than them putting that video out there?
Who put this video out and said it's a prank? I guess I didn't hear the first part of this conversation.
That is actually the very first part.
No,
I
I'm talking about,
played it from when it started until it ended because I didn't want the other person's voice to be on there as well.
No. What I'm saying is, what okay, because Shay just randomly said, play the prank call from Candace. You guys had to have a conversation about this for her to
No,
say
she
that.
sent me an email about it, and I played it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah, the channels that are on the Summers case is the ones that sent that did that.
So they said it's a prank.
Right.
I'm not believing what they said. I don't understand how this is a prank. Where's the part where it's ha ha ha?
Yeah, I didn't get that. I was waiting for the ha ha moment too, but it didn't come in.
Okay, I'm gonna just stay lost because I still don't get it.
Yeah, there's another video that I need to go look at. It's a breakdown video. I'm gonna look at it afterwards and see what they're saying.
So is this the behind the door thing?
Huh?
Behind the door?
Behind the door? Yeah, that's the one behind the door.
Is it?
It's not behind the door, but yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to say it, so I just said behind the door. You got what I was saying.
Yes, I got what you said.
Go behind the door so that I can understand because I'm just lost.
Right, I got you.
You were like, what?
Yep. I know who it is.
Where did news go? Where did
News go?
I'm here. I just don't got nothing to say.
Yeah.
She said I don't have anything to say. Where'd Lady go?
She disappeared on us.
Oh man.
She said she was gonna come back and left.
Cause she be cracking me up when I be watching.
I know. I want to hear her say what she had to say about this crazy prank, wannabe prank.
I want to hear
Well,
her talk.
I couldn't even understand most of the. I couldn't even understand it. Like just like Naomi said, I'm lost.
I couldn't understand what she said either. I understood what Mary said, but I couldn't hear what Candace said. She was sounding all kinds of whatever.
But like, if they were to just tell me, okay, this is a call between Candace and Mary, I would have understood that. But saying it's a prank call just has me lost because I don't get the prank.
I'm lost. I lost a couple brain cells.
Yeah, another YouTuber said Summer Wells case call with Mary recorded. They're scared of the cartel. They just put that out just now, 38 minutes ago. Guess who got their notifications back? I don't know what was going on with this phone. They had me reset my phone and mess my phone up where all my passwords had to be put back in. And now I'm getting my my YouTube notifications. Yes. At first it was just like YouTube notifications. That's all I got. Now I'm getting names and everything. So I'm good about that. I'm happy about that part. But
well, that's good. You got a new beginning.
Yeah.
You got a whole new start. Just look at it that way.
But I actually had to redo all my passwords on all my accounts, which was crazy because it's a good thing I remembered them. Because if I didn't, it would have been a major problem. She's like, oh, no, you're not going to lose your passwords. Just go ahead and reset it. And I said, okay, I believe you because you're the one who works at Verizon. So I went and did it like a dum-dum, and I listened to her. And guess what? Definitely did what it wasn't supposed to do in it. But it's okay because now I actually got my notifications back. I hope that all of them, because everybody that I actually subscribe to, I put the highest bell thing, the one for all the time bell on for everybody. Anybody else? I don't know. I have to kind of like start looking up for the ones that I used to look at because I have no idea.
I don't know how you have that many things you're subscribed to. I'm only subscribed to probably like.
I got like 15 right now because I don't even remember half of the ones that I'm subscribed to. But I'm subscribed to who I really want to be subscribed to, which is y'all, Buddha, and a few others. But I'm I'm gonna kind of like see which videos I'm actually start liking contents, because I used to just like watch a video and go, oh, I like this video, but the rest of the contents wouldn't always be the same as the video that I just watched. So I would keep it because I'm like, well, I already watched your video, so I'll go ahead and subscribe. But now it's like, okay, I'm gonna start kind of digging into this. I don't have so many subscriptions to look at or notifications popping up left and right all day.
I'm just happy my phone isn't ringing 24/7.
Right? I'm glad I'm using my computer.
How
Go
did
ahead.
you get rid of that?
What?
I just didn't answer for like a while.
Oh,
But I think it's because you know, they don't have a phone right now, but or something, because well, I can't say that because they would still do it off the iPad, and I was just like, bro, you gonna have to stop.
Yeah, because they say use the do not disturb and it's supposed to do it, but that's not true.
That's not true at all.
At all.
Disturbed.
You could put it on airplane mode and still get something because of the stupid Wi-Fi still going through.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know what the heck they're talking about.
So I don't know. I guess they was just like really depressed one day and was just going and going and going. But I guess because I just wasn't feeding into the BS no more. But I hope it don't start again. I'm probably just gonna break down all that stuff and put it out.
Yeah. Which one are we doing later today, Boo?
I don't know, whichever one you want to do. I helped with a lot of them.
You got a lot of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess we'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
So about what time did you say we're gonna do a little earlier? Where did she go?
I don't know.
Everybody just dropping off little by little. They just leaving me. But no, what time do you think maybe around?
I don't know, because I'm about to take Side to his Nana's.
Okay.
So after that.
Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna go hop on Buddha's right now. Because she's live and I wanna give her some, some love.
Where's that? What's it called?
Buddha, let me see what you want me to send you a link, Boo Boo?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right. Let me send you the link right now. All right, and here's your text and Naomi. All right, Boo, you got it. That's the link. Shay, you want to hop on? I'll send you the link as well. Let's see, Shay. There you go, baby.
Everybody, huh?
Huh?
I said, you know everybody, huh?
Not everybody.
Because I'd be like, who? Huh?
Who? Huh? She gets in your live all the time. Buddha?
I just didn't know she had a page. I didn't know that.
I know, me neither until recently. And like I think we were talking about like the video that she did of the frames of the pictures, and as the pictures pass, there's pictures inside of them and there's frames flying across the screen. I was like, oh, that's cool. She did a great job with that. And I was like, what app is that? Because I would like to do something like that. But
what did you say? What flew across the
like the frames have pictures in them. She puts the pictures into the frame and they go across the screen as you watch the video.
I don't get it, but all right, let's go.
Okay. See you in a little bit. Bye, babe.